we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 831. Today is Friday, November 5th, 2021. I'm King.
I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish, in today's top stories, New York Mayor-elect Eric Adams will take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin. 8-word crypto amendment and infrastructure bill an affront to the rule of law. Former comptroller Brian Brooks gets a new gig as Bitfury CEO, and Solana Ventures, Lightspeed venture partners, and FTX launch $100 million gaming fund. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay was going on those prices.
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin's at $61,808, down 0.88%. Ethereum at $4,532, down 1% today. Binance Coin at $609, up 8.8%. Solana at $237 is down 3% today. Cardano sitting right at $2, down 1.1%. XRP at $116 is down 4.2%. Polkadot coming in at number 8 is $52.49, down 4.2%. Dogecoin sitting at 26 cents is up 0.1%. And last but not least, Shiba Inu at 0.000050 cents is up 1.4% today. So those are our prices for the top 10. Not a lot of movement over the last 24 hours.
And of course, before we get started, I also want to give a shout out to Antonio, who's here with us on the live stream. Have you ever heard of Antonio from the UK? This is our in-house moderator, Antonio. Also our art creator. So for all our thumbnails, he handles all that stuff. I think he did Bitcoin Zay book in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, he's a jack of all trades. Go ahead, Bitcoin Zay.
I would say classic design. It's gonna be in the museums one day. Shout out to Antonio.
Yes, I think he's actually been here before, but welcome him back to the show. Antonio from the UK, as we call him. But he's also started some of his own crypto companies as well. So really quick, Antonio, tell us about who you are in this crypto space, what you've been doing, and what you're working on right now with some of your companies as well, outside of us, of course.
Okay, what up, people? I'm Antonio. So I work with Crypto Maniacs. Most people might know me from working with Crypto Maniacs. We've grew over 800,000 people on Instagram. Might see some of my memes everywhere because everyone steals it. But yeah, and also do something similar like this, but on Instagram, where we're releasing videos every day, basically speaking about the stuff that's happening within the crypto space. Short, simple, and easy for people to understand.
There it is. So expect to see more of Antonio. We're going to start bringing our whole team on. Leroy, what's going on? Leroy's in the chat. Leroy is going to be on soon. We got a special show planned for him as well. And hopefully, hey, Alec, come on. Hey, get our moderator Alec on. Warriors, and that's what I'm in the chat. We're going to get Alec on next. But yes, expect to see more Warriors on live during the week as we continue to grow and talk more crypto. This thing is getting crazy, people. What's going on? Shannon, Too Young, Too Great, Lisa Lee, Rendo Like Denzel, Satoshi Slim, Crazy BX Don, Carson, Peter Kimbrey, Too Rich to Miss, Fearless Jones, DC, Jaron, Alan, Cornelius, Carmelo. Good morning, everyone that's joining the stream. What's going on, Crypto Report Hub? Of course, Josh. He's holding it down with the team as well. Courtney Johnson, Ali Pio. Ali Pio said, I love his IG. That's where I started. Oh, sure. There we go. Ali Pio. Hey, we know you got one conversion for us, Antonio. There we go. And of course, folks, today, you know what day it is. Look, we took it out of the title just so this algorithm can get to popping, but it is still Fuck Bitcoin Fridays. Actually, I didn't mean to actually take it out of the title, so I got to put it back in there. But it's officially Fuck Bitcoin Fridays. So be ready. Of course, bring the smoke. We saw Dev Rocks yesterday say Bitcoin building on Bitcoin made no sense. So if you have any alternative thoughts of what we said, or we got something wrong, feel free to call in. I'm putting that link in now, so we're not even waiting or playing games. Feel free to call in early. And then if not, then we'll just get started on the stories, but we will be on the lookout for that. Top story of the day. New York Mayor-elect Eric Adams is in the news. Eric Adams said he wants to take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin. Coming to us fresh, none other than Bitcoin Zay. What's going on with this story?
Oh yeah, I saw this headline and I took it personal. Simply because
he tried to raise the price of the brick on Miami real quick.
Hey, simply because everybody knows I'm starting to push my allegiance towards Miami, working with Mayor Suarez directly.
Hey, Mayor Suarez, we in here, baby.
Shout out to Mayor Suarez doing his thing. So he took his first paycheck in Bitcoin. And then Mayor Adams, he just got elected. He comes in hot and says, hey, everything we do in New York, we do it big. So I'm taking my first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin, which again, to me is basically a challenge because as soon as I saw that, I hit the group chat with the mayor's office and all I had to say was, we are going to win. Because I took that personal like Michael Jordan. I was like, oh, you think New York going to be the Bitcoin capital of the world? You got another thing coming, right? So shout out to Eric Adams for winning, taking his first 3 checks in Bitcoin. But I can guarantee you we will go way far and beyond that with Mayor Suarez, and him getting his first checks in Bitcoin is cool. But good luck creating a crypto culture in a city where they have a bit license and where the banks run everything. So he's not the governor. He's not the state rep. He's the mayor of New York City. So he can try, but it's going to be hard to change everything. However, again, the friendly rivalry between New York and Miami ain't no friendly rivalry. Hey, fuck New York. That's how I am right now.
Hey, that's got you on the fringe of New York now.
Hey, this is competition right now. Like I said, hey, I finally found something to be really competitive at. But the best part is we all win. So I want to compete. I want to see who's the best, which city can come out on top in the next year or two.
Hey, all I have to say is, of course, you know what I'm saying, same squad, so say less. Miami's the place, all right? However, hey, we can't do Eric Adams like that, dog.
I know. Eric Adams is just collateral damage. It didn't matter who was there. It's just collateral damage.
I'm making sure I'm out and saying this clearly. We're not Eric. Eric, hey, Zay can take Miami. Eric, come holler at me, bro. I got you up top. I got you. New York was another place on my hit list. Eric, I got you up top in New York. Zay takes Miami, and we'll figure out which city becomes the number one. Because I can still do my acting stuff in New York, so it actually might work out. But yeah,
I can't do shit without that Vax card. So
that's what I was just about to say.
It's not the picture for me.
The first thing you got to do, Eric, before you even get that first paycheck, you know you got to earn that paycheck. The first thing you got to do is get rid of the New York bit license. I'm not believing anything you say until you get rid of the New York bit license. So I am with Bitcoin Zay on that. As long as you have the New York bit license and Wall Street's being Wall Street, aka assholes, like let's call it for what it is. They're being selfish, greedy assholes. They don't want the rest of the world to have money. They only want all the fucking money. And of course, they hire regulators and lobbyists and get people elected so that they're protected, right? They can be assholes and be protected assholes. They can't get straw and feather outside or whatever. Yeah, until you change that bit license, I'm not really believing New York's going to be the epicenter of crypto unless they don't change the bit license, but actually allow people to get it. Either way, it's still that barrier to entry. So there's a lot to be done. I think, you know, more than just Eric accepting his paychecks and Bitcoin. Of course, that's a cool thing to get people involved and to add hope. But it's like you said, on the state level, even on the city level with Wall Street, there's so many hoops to go through to actually make this thing right. So let's see if Eric Adams is the guy to do it. I hope that he is. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Antonio, what are your thoughts on Eric Adams?
I mean, I don't know anything specifically about Eric Adams, but what I would say to people is you should question why politicians want to take Bitcoin as their pay. Like Bitcoin now, what is it at? Like 63, 62,000 US dollars. So yeah, there's a reason why people want to take their pay right now in Bitcoin because it's the hardest money, it's the best money that you can put yourself behind. So yeah, it's interesting though how Eric Adams came out straight after the mayor of Miami to say that he wanted to do this. It's clear that there's some PR and it's helping him because he just came in the office. But yeah, especially if there's new people and you're on your 9 to 5, why continue to take fiat when you can be taking Bitcoin? That's what I'd like to add to that, because a lot of people now are still taking fiat and I'm just like, why? I've been taking crypto since 2017. I don't use fiat. So yeah, question why.
There it is.
Oh yeah, scroll down a little bit, King, real quick. I just want to show something else, another advantage. Scroll down a little bit, just a little bit more. Let's see. Yep, right here where it says Stacks. We already have the protocol in Miami. Stacks built by Munib Ali. Smart contracts built on Bitcoin, because again, people say you can't build on Bitcoin for some reason, and used to mine Miami coin. So again, they have a treasury fund of 8 figures already. I can't get the number. And all I would say is this is not financial advice, but if you are looking for a cheap coin that may be able to do something in the market, you might want to take a look at a coin such as Miami coin, because I can tell you right now, other cities are adopting it as well, starting to save Bitcoin and spend Miami coin. So just throwing that out there for our warriors. Just it's not a financial advice, but just take a look at it.
You know, and also about that being built on Bitcoin, and going back to yesterday, and hopefully rouse some people up again. Call in with the smoke if you have it. For people who say like, I can't even say this with a straight face. It's just so overwhelming. Because it's just like I'm about to just show you how unintelligent people make themselves look. For people to say, well, you can't build on Bitcoin, or these are the like. For one, that is a technical issue. We've already talked about technical issues in this space. A technical issue in this space means that it can actually be solved, people. You just have to technically work through it. You have to actually find the reasons why it's not working via code or whatever other type of engineering or backwards engineering, reverse engineering you need to do. But it's a technical problem. Technical problems can be fixed. There's solutions. You just have to figure it out and find the solution. I say all that to say, how can you with a straight face say Bitcoin is bad or XYZ, you can't build on it, it's slow, and it's only 13 years old? Yeah. Like what? There wasn't a Bitcoin 13 years ago to even build on.
Exactly.
You would have been like, you can't even do cross-border payments at this percentage of a price point. You can't even do a cross-border payments this quickly. You can't even do cross-border payments without the government or a bank. That would have been what we talked about 13 years ago. And then all of a sudden you could, it's with Bitcoin. And now these same people are saying, well, you can't do X, Y, and Z with Bitcoin. You can't build them. You can't do. Why can't you? We just didn't have Bitcoin. Now we do. Now you're saying we can't do things. That is the most idiotic statement I've ever heard in my life. But go ahead. Who just said something?
And King, not even that. It's like saying, what's it called? Snapchat. Like Facebook can't go and copy and paste the code from Snapchat and do the exact same thing. So it's the same with Bitcoin. Once we evolve, Bitcoin's going to start taking on a lot of the stuff that Ethereum is doing, a lot of stuff that all these coins are doing. Bitcoin is just the structure of security, and that's what it's working on first. And then it can adopt all of these things that all the other coins are doing.
Yeah, and that's a good point too. Great point. If you missed that, like you said, all these other coins trying to copy Bitcoin, as it develops and becomes even more secure, because the reason why people aren't just willy-nilly adding features and building on Bitcoin is because it's already the largest project, and the last thing you want to do is jack it up. But Antonio's right. The moment that security layer is all the way in place, and then they're saying, all right, now let's look at what X, Y, Z. Oh, what is Shiba doing? Oh, we can just add that to Bitcoin. Oh, what are these privacy coins doing? Oh, we can just add that to Bitcoin. Once that becomes a thing, we can just X, Y, Z add it to Bitcoin. Then what will be like? I can't wait to see what people say about their projects.
Oh yeah. Two things there. First, you should always ask two questions when you're talking about altcoins. First, could your project exist without a cryptocurrency? 99%, yes. Second thing is, could what your project do be done on Bitcoin? 99%, yes. And the second thing I would say is, if you look at this, this is a good thread I saw. People do try and blast Bitcoin like it's outdated technology. 60 plus innovations. If you think it doesn't have innovation, let's see. Bitcoin created side chains. Bitcoin actually created proof of stake side chains. So when people talk about proof of stake, Bitcoin created it for a side chain, but it uses Bitcoin as security. Liquid, the different elements, name of the blockchain used by Liquid for the code base. Simplicity, programming language. Mainstay, RSK, decentralized, sovereign, non-custodial permissionless, money on chain, drive chains, hive mind, thunder, soft chains, space chains, state chains, Mercury wallet, and we can keep Taproot, which goes live in a few weeks. Schnorr signatures, mass, discrete law contracts, DLCs. I was just talking to Justin, Bitcoin Vegan, about that yesterday. RGB smart contracts. I mean, people don't understand that Bitcoin doesn't have a marketing team. So all of this stuff, if you go to that tweet, I can guarantee you most people don't know 90% of the things on that list, but they're like, it's outdated tech. People, you gotta stick with us when we're trying to explain to you, this is bigger than some guy who created a copy and paste project and told you the whole world is going to buy it. No, that's totally different goals.
I just had to take a peek at the Miami. Is this the real Miami coin, MIA?
Yep, that's the real Miami coin. You can get it on OKCoin. If you get the Xverse wallet on your phone, you can get it on there as well. You can get Stacks, Bitcoin, and Miami coin. So it's only 2 cents right now. It's only 47 million. 63 million, sorry, in market cap. It's at the very, very beginning, people. And as you know, I just told you, me and Mayor Suarez are working together. Got a meeting with him next Wednesday. So I can go ahead and tell you right now, it's about to go up in Miami. So just shout out to the Warriors. You think Solana was a good play? Just wait.
The low key, that was a Friday night show tip right there. I'm gonna tell you what. Let me look at this control room because we don't get a
Friday night show tip is I'll show people how to use stacks.
I swear, Zay, right now, I swear to everyone watching, we got 170 people watching, 99 likes. I'll turn this bitch off right now, dog, and go about my day. Are you kidding me?
Oh, this is terrible. Oh,
you telling people about Miami coin? You in a group chat with the mayor of Miami? You telling people?
And we can't get no likes. Oh no,
bro. Look. Today's a fun day. It's Friday. I got money to burn. I'm ready to. Hey, I'm ready to go out. It's 7 a.m. and I'm here, and I can't get no like. And you telling people about Miami coin when you're in a group chat with the mayor?
Oh man.
Oh,
this is ridiculous. I can't believe it.
What? Hey, get the. There we go. There we go.
Let's get the likes up for the mic come out, baby.
Like. No, bro, I'm telling you, ain't gonna be no mic. I'm about to end the stream. You think I'm playing? I'll end the stream 20 minutes.
About to have a whole concert in here. There you go.
Hey, I'm gonna need those likes to go. There we go, people. Keep on pushing them likes. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Yeah,
we're gonna give them a little bit. We're gonna give them a little bit more time, but we still need about 20 more. And
people about to crash the car. They like, hey,
it's
so
I'm driving. It's so cold in the deep. Why the fuck can we get a little peace? It's all on the niggas' mind.
Hey, Captain, calm down.
It's so cold in the deep. Man, walking through a cemetery. It's got to be.
Hey, I'm about to bring it up. Here we go. Hold on.
Funniest video of all time.
Here we go. Y'all don't want to talk crypto today. Y'all said y'all just want to just watch YouTube. It's all right, we can watch YouTube.
Trying to keep peace. Now you can rest, my nigga. You don't. It's like
Trying to get to this chorus real quick. What's up?
Can't get no thumbs up.
Low-key, this video got 10.9 million views, bro.
Man, I remember watching it back in the day. Everybody was laughing at it, and I was like, "It's so terrible, it's gonna make it." Just like Ice JJ Fish back in the day. So trash.
Ice JJ Fish. I remember that.
So trash. Somebody gonna watch it.
All right. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for smashing those likes. Let's keep this show going. Yeah, come on. What we doing here? What we doing? My man telling you about private group messages with the mayor, and you can't even give him a thumbs up. Come on now. All right, let me see. What else do we have going on today? And again, feel free to call in. I saw somebody actually called in. By the time I was about to click accept, they dropped. I'm not sure if there was intentional. They was only called in for like 10 seconds. So again, feel free to call in. Fuck Bitcoin Fridays. Tell us what you got, why Bitcoin isn't the play, or what other project is out there that you just love so much. And of course, hey, I got to invite my Hexkins on today because goodness gracious. Woo! Goodness gracious. Nomics. Can we all at least agree that Nomics don't know what the fuck they talking about either?
What does it say on Nomics?
At one point they said it was supposed to go to 70 cents or some shit. That thing got sitting at like 20 right now.
Oh man, where the heck is it at?
Yeah, we got to get them in here. Let's see, 8-word crypto amendment and infrastructure bill in the front to the rule of law. A proposed bill waiting for vote in Congress contains a dangerous amendment. That's right. Legal experts have warned that a section of the infrastructure bill, which is due for a vote today, Friday, amends a part of the tax code and makes a failure by businesses and individuals to report digital asset transactions a criminal offense. What?
Mm-hmm.
They were going to people. If you don't report,
I ain't reporting shit.
If you don't report your crypto, they're going to lock you up next to pedophiles, rapists, and murderers. Like, really understand this. In 2016, it was still fake funny money. No one wanted it. No one believed it. And now all of a sudden, everybody wants it, and the value's higher. There. And again, let's talk about what Bitcoin really is. I know. I think Eden. I might be pronouncing his name wrong, but Yadin from Sovereign, the CEO, when he came on, he said, "What Bitcoin's property rights? Correct? Is that what he said? I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep, digital property rights.
He described it as property rights. I know people in the past have described it as a protocol. The internet of money, regardless of what you say it is in its basic form, it's just value. It's literally just something we've assigned value to, right? Mm-hmm. So they're saying if you don't tell them, the government's saying if you don't tell them about your value, then you're a criminal now.
Yeah. Not civil, criminal now. We're talking about felony.
Which is crazy. Bitcoin say, what is going on with this story here?
Oh yeah. So before we discuss the broker provision, where it stated that anybody who had digital assets could be called a digital asset provider. This is actually more egregious because it's basically saying that if you don't report what you have or if you don't say it, you are a felon. It is fundamentally unconstitutional, inherently anti-American. Shout out to Milton. Demirs, one of my good friends in the space. Private citizens have a right to financial privacy and financial privilege. And again, people need to understand that this is the amendment to Section 6051 as part of the Infrastructure Bill. And remember, the 5th of November, that is a saying from Guy Fawkes when they were talking about, if you've ever seen, what's the V for Vendetta? If you've ever seen
the way you said,
if you've ever heard of Guy Fawkes, remember the 5th of November, because this is the fight, people. This is what we mean by the fight. That digital asset provision was elementary. This is actually making everybody who owns any crypto that's not reported a felon, which that's probably everybody. Don't you have some dust on a wallet somewhere? Don't you have some?
Hey, that's actually true. You don't report dust. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. So this is very egregious, and I think people need to understand. We're one of the only channels I think covering this. I don't think anybody's really been talking about it, but I think people need to understand that this is the actual fight. It's not Bitcoin versus whatever coin. It's not your smart contract platform versus another one. It is all of us versus the actual government and regulators who are trying to push through a bill that will make everybody watching this felons right now. Because I'm sure everybody has some crypto somewhere they don't know about, or they left somewhere, or maybe you gifted it to someone and you didn't tell them. So anything over 10,000 would trigger that, and then also too a succession of $9,999 transactions would trigger it as well. So again, this is from 1984. This is a terrible way to try and get digital assets wrangled in, and everybody should be pushing back. You can write, the vote for it is today, so you can't do it anymore, but you could have written to your House of Representatives, your representative, but this is very egregious, definitely.
And it was crazy. For one, you're going to put it inside a 2,700 page spending bill.
Exactly.
So really, that's crazy. And then the second thing, I had to go back to what I always say. Who is asking for this? Who's telling them to do this?
Mayor Adams from New York.
Listen, I'm trying not to go there with it, but this is the stuff where it's just like you're going to turn people into criminals. You're going to turn people into criminals, because if you think you're about to criminally arrest me because I didn't tell you about no Bitcoin, then this is about to be up that day. Like, I'm gonna make a stand. I'm gonna be the dude who burned himself in fire in Timor Square or whatever.
Yeah, Tiananmen Square. Yeah,
I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna burn myself on fire. Burn somebody else on fire, and like, what the fuck, you got out of your mind? Like, the war has officially started. You're not about to tell me, if I don't tell you about the value that I have in my pocket, then all of a sudden I'm going to go to jail. Well, then gang is all the way up. Let's not playing this gray line in between. Hey, what they say in Detroit, keep your gunpowder dry. Hey, you came in first. What you got for us today? Devon,
again.
Devon, what up?
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's going on? What you got for us today?
Chilling. What's up? How y'all doing today?
Good, man.
Good day.
Man, I just wanted to come in, especially to all the new folk, man. Y'all really need to follow these folks. I think I've been in here since like March. Like, I'm still new to this thing too. But they don't bullshit you. They ain't trying to sell nothing to you, but they are trying to give you some good information. And I looked at the price of the masterclass and I said I gotta hold off on that for a minute. But y'all say y'all also got some free resources as well, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Crypto
Advantage.
Just finished a partnership with them. Definitely check them out.
Yep.
And I did check out the interview with Buyback LA.
Okay.
I did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, that was
this
cool.
shit, that was pretty dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? What y'all did and what y'all was talking about, and how bro let y'all talk. And I mean, y'all got good chemistry, bro. And just to see how the shit working, I just been trying to tell my people to buy Bitcoin, bro. Cause they finna print some more money, and they finna
How did you get into Bitcoin? Tell us the story real quick. How did you get into Bitcoin?
Shit, on Robinhood, I'm watching it go up.
Really? Then finally you was like, I gotta do it?
Yeah. Just watching it go up, bro. Now got a wallet and just holding on to it. That's it. And trying to get everybody to buy it.
As always, much
way less stressful, right?
You said
what, bro?
Way less stressful. Just
yeah.
holding it, right?
Yeah. Versus trying to find all these different coins everybody telling you about and paying all their damn gas fees and shit like that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, hey, appreciate it, Devin. Let's get Anthony on. But hey, much appreciated. And definitely thanks for watching as always.
Appreciate you.
All right, take care. What's going on, Anthony? What you got for us? Hey, Anthony, can you hear us? I'm not sure if you can hear us. Let me see. I'm looking at it.
Can you hear us, Anthony? Oh, I don't know if you can hear. Yeah.
I'm about to. Maybe his thing is messed up. I'll text it to him. Oh, all right. Let's see.
Good.
Okay. But yeah, this spending bill is crazy. I hope this does not go through. I guess we'll find out today. But I mean, like I said, if you wake up Monday morning and the news is if you didn't report your crypto, then you go to prison. Bro, this is crazy.
Wait, so hold up.
That shows
I got a question for you guys.
There we go.
Go
ahead, Antonio.
So if this bill goes through, what do you guys think is worst case scenario? Because in my mind, I'm like, I can store my keys in my head. So it's like, how are you guys gonna know what I have? So what's the worst case scenario you got?
United States, they locking people up. They're gonna fall. Gang is gang out here. They're gonna go through with that. That is, let's not even. Oh, the gang is real. They will lock. Now the question will be, and here's what's gonna get sticky. What's the age on that? If a 14-year-old, if a 13, hey, I'm a 12-year-old. I've been in crypto. My dad been giving me allowance for 10 years. I've been getting crypto sent. Like, what will be the age on it? Because
don't matter. Get your ass in the car.
Because how old you are. What's going to be really crazy and what's essentially is going to happen is very wealthy people will take their kids, their cousins, their little brothers and sisters, and say, "Hey, this is yours." The government's going to say, well, are we going to criminally charge a 13-year-old for having $2 million in crypto that was gifted to him? Are we going to tax a 13-year-old who has $2 or $3 million in crypto that was gifted to him? So I'm with you, Antonio.
King, did you hear about that little girl that sold $3.5 million worth of NFTs?
That's what I'm saying. Like, did she though?
Or throw a 9-year-old in jail? Or what is she like 10?
Did she though?
Yeah, but did she though?
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
Anthony, what's going on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. We got you. Yeah, we were trying to talk to
Okay.
you. Hey, what's the word? What you
All
got?
right, what's good with y'all, man? Hey, man, what's up, man? Fuck Bitcoin, man. Let's get it started.
Tell us what you got. What's wrong with Bitcoin?
Man, it just works, man. Just keep making money. It's some bullshit, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know why everybody ain't got it yet.
True.
Oh, I thought you said fuck Bitcoin.
No, I did. That's what I said. I said fuck Bitcoin because all I do is work. So I don't fuck.
It's so boring because it keeps working. Dang, we don't have any hacks. We don't have any chain reorgs. We don't have no foundation breakdowns. Dang, it's so boring.
Man,
so boring.
Man, banks trying to give it to their clients, billionaires buying it.
Man, it only keeps working every year, man. What more do people want?
I know. TikTok next block. Here we go again. Another transaction.
Man, they want that shit to go to $1, man. That Dogecoin to hit $1 or something like that.
Let me ask you this: what got you into Bitcoin? What was your thing? What was your impetus?
Man, I've been hearing about Bitcoin for a while, man. I never really took it. You know, when I first heard about it, it was like some type of weirdo dude in his house, man. He was big on that. I was like trying to buy something from him because I was reselling at the time, and he was telling me about it in like 2015, but I didn't really take it too serious. Then I got into it 2017, then the bear market hit. But I mean, just keep saying that it keeps, you know, getting knocked down and coming back up, kind of make me like, okay, something to it. You know, so it kept me more intrigued until I kept learning about it and seeing you guys to show this year kind of made more sense.
Mm-hmm. True.
Nice.
And I was gonna say, what you said, the guy you learned from was weird. Like, kind of, you're like, what? Like, what? Why are you telling me?
Yeah, because you know, I called him my number. He knew my address and everything before I even got there. I'm like, damn. Like, yeah, he was like one of those those dudes that's really heavy in the tech and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's me right there. Hey, you know, that's me. I'm gonna know everything about you before you pull up anyway.
Yeah, see, and that's the funny thing is when we first started, you know, we were doing the same stuff, except we were black and not weird. So a lot of times people were looking at me and were like, no, you seem like too regular of a human to be in Bitcoin. And I was like, everybody can use this. What do you mean? You don't have to be tech savvy, but you're right. Most people's first meeting was like a super tech geek person who was like really into it, and it kind of pushed people away because they were like, yeah, I don't really even know what you're talking about. So that is good that you said that. A lot of people had to understand and come back and be like, hold up, everybody can use it, and we needed more infrastructure, but it works now, man. I appreciate that.
There it is. Well,
no problem, man.
Appreciate that, Anthony. We'll get to the next person. Much appreciate you calling. Thank you. Hey, OC Benji, what's the word? What you got for us today? And shout out to Freddie for the tip too. Freddie, buddy, thank you for the tip, Freddie.
Thank you, Freddie.
Benji, what's the word? What's going on?
Hey, what up? I just wanted to come on. my birthday tomorrow. I was like, look, I watch y'all every day.
Hey,
I
happy
think like that.
birthday.
Hey, happy birthday,
Hey,
player.
hey, Bitcoin Benji, baby. But yeah, Zay, love the book, Bitcoin and Black America. I can't even speak. Love the book. Got to get volume 2 because I got to get all the new stuff. I just want to say thank you for what you do. You changing lives out here. You understand, the fam. Listening to y'all. We was down in Mississippi for my sister's wedding when the price dipped, when it was on sale at 30 something. I orange peeled almost all my family, and now they loving it. They all happy.
Exactly.
Black Bitcoin billionaires on Clubhouse.
On Clubhouse, yep.
Yep. The barrier to entry is just too low. And I had to come on and comment on what y'all said about the smart contracts. And I was just talking to my lady because I got her in too. But what really happens? Like Bitcoin's got one thing that none of them else have, like the security. That security is insane. So what happens when, Ethereum only got to get hacked, it's real centralized. Only got to get hacked one time. And when they move all the NFTs over to Bitcoin, it's a wrap.
Well, actually, Ethereum actually already was hacked. The DAO was hacked for $150 million back in 2016, 17. And Ethereum Classic is the original Ethereum chain. And the Ethereum you see now is different. That's not the original Ethereum chain. They had to backtrack that transaction to reverse the hack so that all of the people in the DAO didn't lose their money. And they just kept pushing forward. New people in Ethereum don't even realize that happened. But you're right. As soon as people start pushing out NFTs, me and Reggie talked about this, Reggie Middleton, NFTs on Lightning Network. If you can spend sats, why would you buy any other cryptocurrency? And if gas fees are insane and the fees on Lightning Network are less than a penny, what do you think is going to happen?
Exactly.
Market share is gone. And that's the only thing I'm warning people is don't go all in with Ethereum because it's cheaper. Just because you think, oh yeah, it's just as good as Bitcoin. It's not. It's a lot more to it than that. So I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah, and I'm glad I saved my little brother from Sheep because he was like, I'm going all in. I was like, no, come on.
Hey, if he did a year ago, he would have been a billionaire.
yeah. But now at the time, you don't buy the top. But
well, hey, appreciate you call. Oh, you got something else for us real quick?
Nope, that's it. I just want to say thank you guys.
Hey, appreciate you calling and much appreciate OC Benji. Take care.
All right, see you.
All right, Zoom user, what's up? You up next? I don't see your name, so feel free to introduce yourself when you come on. Let us know what you got. What's going on, Zoom user? You got to unmute.
Hey, what's up? Too young, too gray.
Oh, too young, too gray. What's the word? How you doing?
What up, player?
What's up, man? Hey, so actually this week I got a question. I want to hear about how you think Taproot's going to be a game changer.
Oh yeah, so Taproot gives Bitcoin another level of privacy, wherein the smart contracts and the actual wallets, when you hold it in, you can actually get to a level of privacy that's better than we are before, but it's not completely private. So that's one thing people are saying is like, oh yeah, it's going to turn into Monero. No, what it does is give it another level of privacy, close to a mixer, if you've ever heard of those, but not necessarily. Yes, so it's just going to give it another level of privacy, which again, this is just the first step. So if Taproot is successful, and I mean, it's already been basically upgraded by the nodes. If it's successful and people are starting to see we can increase privacy protections on transactions, the actual term is called Schnorr signatures, which is a different type of signature than what you use now. You have multi-signature, you have the regular signature, which are public key and private key, and then you have something called Schnorr signatures, where it makes it more private. So if Taproot actually works, again, anything that could be done on any other project can be done on Bitcoin. It's just going to take more time because it's not who's first to the race, it's who's most secure. So that's what we're seeing now. So I think it'll actually, I don't think Taproot is priced in, and I don't think people realize how big it's going to be. So that's my answer.
So yesterday, King said that they could do Decentraland on Bitcoin. Is that kind of like
Decentraland use Bitcoin? Why do they use Mana token instead of Bitcoin?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. The other question I have is, how do you feel about like tokens like Stacks that run on top of Bitcoin?
Good. Stacks is actually the protocol that issued Miami Coin, which is what I'll be helping Mayor Suarez with in Miami. So I think it's great that they're issuing smart contracts on Bitcoin where you can actually use Bitcoin as the secure layer, and then you can build on top of that. That's the ultimate thing is your layer one secure? I have not seen any other layer one that's more secure than Bitcoin. Nothing's even close. So Yeah, I like the fact that it's built on top of it. Again, shout out to Munib Ali. And then with that smart contract, you can create Miami Coin. You can create different smart contracts for gaming. All of that is going to be built out in the next year or two, definitely.
Nice, awesome. What about ICP and bringing the Bitcoin smart contracts?
Oh man, you just lost me there.
Well, I haven't dug into internet computer, but it seems as though they're using buzzwords to get people involved, not necessarily actually use case. But I haven't dug into it too deep. I don't want to give you the wrong answer for ICP. I saw a huge pump at the beginning, and that was it.
Yeah, I got to check them out some more.
Right, from my understanding, it's kind of like does the mining run and Bitcoin kind of run a lot on Amazon Web Services?
In Ethereum, yeah, and other projects. Bitcoin
but not Bitcoin.
No.
Okay, cool.
Not predominantly, no.
And that's actually been a thing people have been saying about some of the services. At first, they used to say we partner with Amazon until everybody called it out. Like you all remember 2017, it was 2016, 2017. So we're about to partner with Amazon. We're about to partner with Google. And it was like, you ran an ad on Google and you say you partnered. Like you're using Amazon like web service or their cloud, and you're saying you partnered. So that was one of the pushbacks on that when people were saying it back then. But it remains to be seen, right? It remains to be seen. That's the cool thing about this industry.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. Me and King partner with you.
Too young, too gray as always. Calling in.
Thanks, guys. I don't be in the live show that often, but I'm in the podcast every single episode. I love the content. Thanks, guys.
All good. We see you in the chat every now and then. Much appreciated, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, later, guys.
Take care. Take care. Same iPhone user. Feel free to say your name and let us know what you got. What's going on with you today?
Lawrence Sanders. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right, man. Listen, I am a new to crypto this year. I'm not gonna get on here in front like I'm a savvy veteran, but I was one of the people in May who bought Nishiba, but I didn't put my whole investment, my whole life savings into it. I wasn't trusting. I listened to when I bought the Bitcoin Black America book. One thing that paid attention was I didn't get into it to get rich fast. I got into it to build generational wealth. Now, I couldn't come in and buy Bitcoin right off the bat. I didn't have change like that. So I bought into meme tokens to build my capital to buy more Bitcoin and Ethereum. One of the question I have to ask is that it seems like the government and all kind of agencies are against people like me, or what I call people of color who are trying to get out the poorhouse into upper class house. It's like, why do they have a problem with us trying to earn money legally by using what's in between our ears, and instead of having to answer to them for every dollar we earn? It's like, I have a job. They take taxes every time, all the time out. Why do I have to tell you what I earn away from your companies? Why are you interested in what I earn on my own instead of having to pay taxes on it?
And what's crazy is not only do you pay taxes on the money you make, but then they want to additionally tax it on the crypto you trade or make or swap. And then to add insult to injury, as of today, they want to say, you know what? If you don't tell us about it and give it to us, you're a criminal. So for me, the short answer to your question is 2 words: gang, gang. Like, I love how Americans keep trying to get away from it. People are
on the passport.
Hey, our history is one of war. We started off as terrorists, or the people here started off as terrorists. They killed everybody who was here, and then they took over. Like, this has been what it is. So it's surprising to me that they're still slipping this stuff in there, but that is literally my shortest answer. It's like, why would they do this? Why would they not let regular retail investors using like you said, between their 2 ears, doing everything legally? Why would they have a problem with this? And that's because it's literally ran by to me, it's ran by a small group of people who don't want us to be successful on a small level. They don't want retail investors to be successful. They still have that traditional mindset of there can't be a win-win. Someone has to be losing for someone to be winning in that old school. That's why the criminal justice system is what it is. They want to get paid by filling the jails and prisons. When right now it's like, yo, you can still make the same money. You make treatment centers, you're going to make the same money.
I agree.
As you are prison, but this is not the way they're thinking, I think.
And then don't get it twisted. It's not just governments as well. It's institutions. Because look what happened in the beginning of the year with Robinhood, how they did everyone dirty.
Yeah.
Well, they in something right now between them and Coin Market Cap. behind the Shiba fiasco about an exorbitant amount of coins added to the supply and circuit. So for me right now, it's like you have to be wise in what you choose to invest in, and not go with the thing that everybody's screaming about, like you're going to get rich fast. You know, I'm sorry, I didn't hit on Doge. I wasn't in when Doge got big, but I didn't believe Shiba was going to do the same thing. I was just looking at Shiba to just gain some extra capital, not to get $1 billion off of it. It's nowhere where I'm thinking I'm one of those people that think that it's going to go to $1. I don't believe it's going to go to $1. I believe it might go to maybe a penny, 2 pennies at that. But if so, I'm happy.
Yeah, and you know what? Like you said, as long as you're using discretionary income on it, and it also is a different thing when you're first entering the crypto space too. We know the price of Bitcoin can be an intimidating thing when people don't realize, like, hey, you can buy $1 worth of Bitcoin. So again, as much as we talk about Shiba and Doge, we press down that hard because some people look at those projects as the future of crypto, the future of the world. Like, no, Bitcoin isn't the one. Technically, Shiba or Dogecoin is the technical one. When technically that is untrue, because technically the tokenomics don't even make sense, nor does the amount of people who, like 16% we saw was in one wallet of Shiba. So when we say all that, it's not like don't make your money off it, don't make your fiat. Like we always say, you can make more USD on it. And as long as you're using that to buy Bitcoin, is a smart play. Our only thing is long term throughout the years, like we look at Shiba and Doge and all that. It's two ways. Either you throw in your discretionary income in it and you just don't look at it ever again until a year or two later when you hear it in the news, or you trade it. I always say, if anything, you should just trade in and out of those things. Now that's where it becomes kind of difficult to do. When do you trade the highs? When are the lows? It's going to go up more and all the other stuff. But for us, there's always going to be a Shiba. There's always going to be a Dogecoin. There's always going to be a Verge.
I'm learning that.
Like it's every year, it's a whole new cycle of new ones that are going to go crazy on some pumps. So you'll never miss it. It's more about just making sure you're not in there too long. While Bitcoin, like the one caller said, hey, you know, he heard about Bitcoin and got his family involved at 37K or 35K, which to some people was crazy high, right? But it's just like, all right, if you get involved in Shiba and all these other coins at the same time, yes, you might get more USD, but when you go back to buy that Bitcoin, now it's at 62K. So that's our only thing behind it. And again, it's mainly because some people come out and, like, I'm seeing it on Facebook right now. Some people are talking like Shiba will literally be the money of the future. And this is like,
I don't believe that.
Exactly.
So how many coins?
I was gonna say, King, how many coins have we reviewed? We reviewed at least 1,000 coins over the last few years, and we've heard the same promise to their communities. It's going to $1. It's going to 1 cent. They don't even do simple math. The market cap of Shiba will have to be larger than the amount of money in the world currently for it to get to $1. Yeah. That means every dollar in Bitcoin, every dollar in the bank, every dollar in bonds would have to go into Shiba, and it still wouldn't be the amount for it to be $1. That's just simple math. So some of the stuff people bring up, you got to understand, people are just, a lot of people, this is their first time investing in anything. So you got to, get people into the space, but you're right. Discretionary income and not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, because we've seen it 1,000 times.
I just want to give you gentlemen your props and your flowers, man, because I appreciate what you're doing for the community. When I met you guys at the bar, Mondrian, you guys were the same way you are on video. You guys are real, genuine cats. So I appreciate that. And at one point, I was scared to call in on a Friday because I didn't have too much experience. I'm like, I don't want to get clowned for just understanding about meme coins and not fully understanding the depth of Bitcoin. But for the record, I have bought into Bitcoin. I just didn't put all my money in the meme coins. I'm slowly building my capital in Bitcoin.
Yes,
but I appreciate you guys for everything. And Zay, I got book 2 also.
Okay.
So you guys have a great day, man. And I enjoy this. I enjoy this every Friday with you guys.
Hey, much appreciated. Thanks for coming out to the meetup as well. And we definitely appreciate all the continued support.
All right, you guys have a good one.
All right, you too. Take care. Take care. Hey, what's going on, Carson? Carson, what you got for us today?
What's up, fellas? I was just calling in, just like the previous gentleman. I just wanted to, give you guys your flowers. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing for the community, and the education that I have been able to get from just tuning in, watching you guys show from day to day. Really, I keep the AirPods in my ear, like while I'm at work. I'm listening, to you guys inform the community about everything that's going on and whatnot. So I started out investing in Dogecoin on Robinhood, and then I learned that was trash. So I rolled up out of that, and I was listening to different videos from different people, BitBoy and all these other animated shows that would had my head spinning, because they were trying to, I felt like they were pumping all these different coins all over the place. So I didn't know what to do. I was like, man, I need to invest in this. I need to invest in that. I need to invest in this. And I felt like, I was like, man, I gotta settle down, because I got to a point where I was like, why, I started to question why they were pumping all these different coins. You know what I'm saying? So common sense starts to set in, and you realize, like, let me just, invest in just a few coins. Let me kind of consolidate my portfolio and make this thing make sense. And so eventually, I found you guys' channel, and it was a breath of fresh air, because not only are you guys knowledgeable about what you're talking about, but there's some Black dudes on here. So, some people that I can relate to. So I appreciate that. And I thank you guys for, really just breaking things down, for the audience and making it make sense.
Oh, much appreciated. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Carson, I want to ask you, when you talked about BitBoy, when you said that he was, promoting coins, did you happen to catch him and Pomp? They were arguing,
man. So, oh my God. So yesterday, man.
Is that the yesterday thing? I keep hearing about it.
Yesterday, I watched it live. They were arguing back and forth about that.
So look, I was rooting for Pomp, right? Because the reason I watched Pomp is because he had you on it. So I'm like, all right. So, if Isaiah Jackson, respects the dude enough to be on the show, then I'm gonna watch it. And so I like Pomp's content, but he got his ass kicked yesterday.
Oh, did he? Oh,
he got his ass kicked.
What I say is Pomp got too emotional. He got way too emotional.
He was cussing. He was cussing and getting frustrated, and BitBoy got him with the $20 million thumbnail. I was like, woo. And so what Pomp, what he was trying, I think the message that he was trying to get across, I agreed with, but he just didn't come with enough examples. Like it's trillions of videos and examples of BitBoy, like, advertising and pumping all these different coins and kind of leading, I feel like he's leading the audience astray.
Oh yeah, and see, I think Pomp, like you said, his point was correct, but he was doing the same stuff. So, for example, his argument, I could have made that argument if I was up there with BitBoy. I could be like,
wait, what was the argument, really quick, like the short?
Oh, the argument was that he makes clickbait thumbnails. He brings people in and he dumps on them.
Yes, I won't add the dump part, but I mean, for one, the dumping part would be smart to do if you have over 1 million subscribers. So for a retail investor, and this is why we're like, if you watch this channel, like, this is what we're telling you. If I'm trying, like, Zay and I, we're not that far ahead of everybody. Like, don't get it twisted. We got some stuff, but we joking about yesterday, like we're being smart. Like, we're not being stupid. So we're not that far ahead of people. We're not going crazy, spinning, doing all this other stuff, right? However, if we were that far ahead of you, like, we would tell you the information from your point of view, from many people. We wouldn't say it from like a multi-millionaire's point of view. Yeah, put $10,000 on Shiba tomorrow. Like, why? If it's gone, it's gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's millionaire advice. It's put $10,000 on Shiba, whatever else. If it's gone, it's gone. Who cares? You're about to get it back. And I say all that to say, when you do look at some of these channels, there's some of the bigger platforms or bigger people, the Elon Musk and all that stuff. Many people are trying to trade off of what they're doing, and you can't do that because like they're doing literally almost a different strategic portfolio than you. So that's the first thing I say. So I'm not mad at BitBoy from dumping on people if he does dump. I think it's messed up if that's true, but also it's like, yo, as far as an investment portfolio for his personal portfolio, that makes sense. The second thing I'll say, I will actually give props to BitBoy. I saw one of his videos before. It was a random ass video. And on the random video, he said, this is why crypto people hate me. It's because I shield coins. Like, he knows it. He does it. He doesn't care. That's what he wants to do. We've said on this channel before, it's like, yo, if we want to grow this channel to 1 million people, all we literally have to do is talk about Ripple, Shiba, Doge. Like, whenever the coins are hot, we just talk about it all week. and literally you'll have thousands of views on videos. So I will say that to begin with BitBoy. I know he's been honest in the past about saying that he does shill, but so Pomp called him out on that.
Yep. And then he was trying to explain like BitBoy is different because usually like when Pomp was like, is Bitcoin going to 20 million? He put Greg Foss after it. That was a quote from Greg Foss. The thing is, the clickbait argument, I was like, why even make that? Everybody on YouTube does that, probably except for us. And even we have clickbaitish titles.
Yeah,
but
I've been trying to start them, but I'm just not that great at it.
Yeah, exactly. Like we don't even, like I said, I could have made that argument because you can look through everything we've done and we don't have any type of clickbaitish article or clickbaitish thumbnail where it's just to attract people.
I'll say we got like 10 titles that are clickbait for sure. I'll say 10.
No. I'm talking about like the thumbnail of us like.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Like
see, y'all, you guys don't need that because like your audience, and I think that people love you guys because of how genuine and how organic the show is. So I mean, I think you guys are above that. I know somebody like the other day suggested that you guys go on one of BitBoy's shows and like maybe around the blockchain. I think you guys are above that. If it's warriors in here that like the BitBoy show or whatever, that's all good. But at the same time, I think that if you guys went on around the blockchain, you would probably, you might shoot some of those other opinions down and kind of show some people up. But that's just my thought on it. And the other thing is, I appreciate you guys for introducing me to the Clubhouse, Black Bitcoin Billionaires.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just started listening to that the other day. They put out some good little tidbits of information. But look, the other day it was like one of the first days I was in there, and then who steps up to the mic to start talking? But shout out to Fumble McBumble from last week. I was like, this dude over here in the Clubhouse.
Wait, he's on Black Bitcoin Billionaires?
Yeah, he can't leave us alone. I forgot to tell you.
I told him come back home, man. It's all good. I told him this kind of goes with the last caller said about because he said since he was new, was going to talk a little bit more meme coins and altcoins. Like people, the only time we're really going to give you negative energy is if you come to us with negative energy. We are not going to give that. We might get a couple of smart, fun jokes. We joke on each other, but no, like we can have the meme coin discussion. That's part of crypto. The gentleman of crypto is a part of crypto. Like we can have these discussions. We can talk about these things. We're definitely not going to clown people. The only time, again, is if it's the negative energy or if you're saying something that's factually so incorrect, is just like, I can't hold it in. I got to say something because like I've been to a meetup and the guy was talking about what the futures did and CME. And I mean, he was just all the way off base. And it was just like, I'm not even trying to embarrass you, bro, but everything you're saying to this group of people about crypto is wrong, and I can't sit here and just let this happen. Like it's just bugging me right now. But
like the Ripple guy, he said Ripple's more decentralized than Bitcoin. I'm just like, no, I can't let you get away with that. We just, we let people talk, but it's like, bro, you're lying now. So yeah, we definitely try to keep it organic to that extent and not push people away, but also try to make sure we give good information because it's a marketplace of ideas, and we don't want to just shut people down before it even progresses.
And really quick, with that being said, a marketplace of ideas, I'm glad you brought that up because this was the other thing that was brought up with Fumble saying, hey, do you vet these sponsors and stuff? And it's like, no, we don't, for one, just to reiterate that. But also, I don't think you all realize how hard it is to vet. Like, again, 99% of these projects. So this is my vetting. I keep trying to tell you every day, 99% of the projects should not be here. 99% shouldn't be here. It's that simple. So, and I say that because when we talk to all these different projects and everything, like literally every project, they're the next big thing. Like we haven't yet to talk to a project and they're like, well, we think we might succeed, but maybe we'll fail. We haven't done it. Every project we talk to, they are the next big thing and we just didn't know about them yet. So that is what's increasingly making this space difficult as it becomes more sophisticated because there's more companies coming in, there's more scammers coming in, making themselves look realistic and stuff. And it's just like, you really don't, that's why I would say you got to give it time. All these projects, you have to give them time to tell. And that's also why we say, if it's one of those flash in the pan by the night things, it's just like, well, will this really be here long-term? We don't believe so.
A quick question, and then I'm gonna get off this thing. I know y'all got a ton of people that want to chime in. I was interested in investing in some ATMs, but I'm wondering if that's still a wise investment for some passive income, or is that something that may be, kind of something of the past as more people start to just, purchase their crypto through, like online exchanges or whatnot.
Yeah, that time is sort of past for the individual ATM owner. There are companies that have the money transmission license you need, which will cost you about $250,000. The money service business license, that's another $100K. And then, of course, $10,000 per location. And then if you have that up front, then you have to buy the ATM. Then once you get it working, you have to pay for logistics, for security, and you might probably have to pay an employee to go pick up and drop off. So it's a lot of money up front. So it's not really worth it to that extent. But what I will say is, yeah, but it used to not be that. Like 2000, you didn't need all that in 2016 when I first got mine. But the biggest thing is right now, you can still make money off of ATMs. If you go to coinflip.tech, if you can get an ATM put into a store, they will pay you and they'll pay that store passive income monthly just to house it there. Don't have to set it up. You don't have to interact with it.
Monthly, but still house?
Yep. If you house it in your brick and mortar, again, you personally get, I think, $200 to $300 for the referral. The company or the business where it's at, they actually get somewhere between $1,000 to $1,500 a month in passive income just for housing it there. So if you get on coinflip.tech, you can do that. If you have a brick and mortar business, or if you know somebody with one, tell them they set it up for free. They handle all of the security, all of the money. So that is a way to make money off of it and take your money and go buy Bitcoin later. But that's probably the best route right now, unless you got about $500,000 and a year worth of waiting, which most people don't have, for ATM.
If it was like that, I'd just put it in a Bitcoin. But
exactly.
I'm gonna let you guys
go. Just buy $500,000 worth of Bitcoin, man.
So appreciate you guys, man. Keep it rolling.
Hey, take care. Love that painting in the background too, for sure.
Oh yeah. Dope.
Oh yeah, Charles Bibbs, man. Just something I was started collecting that a minute ago, but
nice.
Now I got to collect this Bitcoin.
There we go. All right, Carson, take care. Thanks for calling in.
Have a good one, boss.
All right, really quick, we got some tips. Want to get some shout outs. Sybil Shaman, thank you for the tips. Said the Gentleman of Crypto should do an interview with Michael Saylor for the 900th episode. I am with that idea. Let's make this Michael Saylor interview happen. I would like to interview him and hear his thoughts on some of the other billionaires in the space and what he thinks about them and what they're doing as far as moves. Also want to say Crypto Vantage is in the house. What's going on, Crypto Vantage? I saw we had a couple more tips too, so I want to give a shout out to those guys, but I am scrolling right now. Real talk, thanks for the tip. Are there any wallets available for the Miami coin? Is it an ERC20 token? Thanks.
No, it's not ERC20. It's built on Stacks, which is a protocol built on Bitcoin. It's available in the Xverse wallet, and you can purchase it on OKCoin exchange.
There it is. Kevin Hughes, thank you for the tip. Thank you. Let's see, we got plenty of comments, but really quick, want to get to Ryan Cooper. What's going on, Coop the Bill? What you got for us today? Coop the Bill, you got to unmute.
My bad. Am I unmuted now?
Yeah, how you doing today? What's going on?
What's up, Zay? What's up, Bless? What up, all the Warriors tuned in? Peace.
What up, Coop?
Man. So I just wanted to shout out the HBCUs real quick, y'all. Me and Naja from Black Bitcoin Billionaires, we're going to be speaking at Morgan State's HBCU conference on November 12th and 13th. Me and her are going to be on the 13th, which is Saturday at 2:00. And I'm going to have a virtual booth, and I'm going to be representing the Bowie State University Blockchain Association, as well as my business, DeVille Crypto Solutions. So I just wanted to shout out the HBCUs, down in Atlanta. They doing stuff down there, Morehouse. So I just wanted to shout out all the HBCUs doing stuff, trying to teach crypto to the Black students and get them involved, get them learning, developing code, Solidity, all of that. So yeah.
Shout out to Howard. Oh yeah.
Sinclair Skinner, what up, dog? Sinclair Skinner.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Sinclair. Oh yeah. Appreciate you, Coop.
Much appreciated, Coop. Thank you, my man.
Have a good man. Peace.
All right. Take care. You said Saturday at 2 p.m. All right.
Yep.
Saturday at 2 p.m. There it is.
Gotcha.
All right, Antonio, they're asking for your social media as well, too. So if you can put that in the chat box for everybody. What's going on, Karen? We got Karen Davis here with us. What's going on, Karen? What do you have for us? Oh, she's still connecting the audio. I'm going to go ahead and go to the comments real quick while we're still connecting the audio. Let's see. Some people said that they watch a few different channels. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, if you, Zay would tell you, I don't look or listen to too many people at all for most things, only because I don't want to get into that trap of accidentally copying somebody and like, you know what I mean? It's like thinking it's an independent thought. So I don't, but every now and then I do just kind of check out all the different channels around the space just to see what's kind of going on, like how they're presenting their show, what are they talking about? Like, are they even making sense? Because but there's only actually a handful of good crypto YouTubers out there to me. So I don't know. It's kind of like,
yeah. And I mean, while we on the subject, for everybody who was, somebody put it in the chat.
Oh, we just lost Karen. We just call back in, Karen. If you can, your audio never connected. Go ahead, Zay.
Now, well, yeah. While we on the subject of not doing it like other people, please, people, stop comparing us to Earn Your Leisure, EYL.
Shout out to them, though. Shout out to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're two totally different shows. They got their own thing. We got our own. And shout out to my guy who said no keys, no cheese in the last interview, and everybody that shouted it out. So shout out to them. Yeah. And again, like I said, we focus on crypto completely. That's it.
Yeah, so with them, they do it all. They do it all. I'm pretty sure they do all investments for the most part, real estate. So they cover a wide ground in different ways to really make money and invest and diversify. So shout out to them. But like I said, we talked about this before. Yeah, we're specific crypto. And the reason why is because to us, it's like we truly believe if you have Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and you're involved in some of these projects, they will outpace everything else in every market is what we truly believe. So that's what just really makes us different. Other than that, shout out to them. They're doing, they're killing that shit. Khalifa said, I watch Pomp, BitBoy, and Jim in the crypto. I like to see different sides of the crypto market and how people think in this space. At the end of the day, buy what you believe in and research. So same, when it comes to when I'm researching this stuff, people, whether I'm researching a team founder or a C-suite executive or an actual project, that's usually when I do look at other people as well. Like once I've done all my homework, blah, 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 I'm like, all right, let me go around the crypto sector and see what everyone has to say. And not just the top people. It's not like I'm just going to listen to BitBoy and Pomp and all that. No, I'm like going to Reddit. Let me see what these randoms talking about. I'm going to the forum. Let me see what these randos talking about. I'm going again, in that do your own research section of the masterclass, I go into detail and talk about it. But yes, I'm looking at everything and everybody when it comes to specific projects itself. So that is a time when I kind of do it.
Hey King, somebody said you look like Ghost. Hey, story. If y'all only knew King, you can tell them.
No, I was like, I'm trying to think out in my head if I can even say something.
Oh, well, I can. I don't have no NDA. I ain't signed nothing.
I've been a photo double. I was a photo double for Ghost Off Power.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you ever seen a power billboard, that was King's head and body and shoulders. And it was because they look the exact same size, same look. Yeah, we already discussed this.
Yeah,
King,
I think
King is Ghost. I keep trying to tell you.
I'm Ghost in real life.
Y'all didn't know. Exactly. the real Ghost, not the Ghost of Star.
Yeah, they CGI'd me, but this is actually my face with his CGI thing right there, which is hilarious. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Power 50 Cent. It's about time when we do this Ghost prequel. I need to go ahead and just get the show, bro. Like, why are we playing?
Exactly.
Really quick before we get to these last couple of stories, again, feel free to call in. Want to show some quick charts and some things for everybody who thinks they're the genius in this market. Yeah, you already know. This is Verge, people. Verge in 2017. Look at this.
Hey, I still remember that day. Hold on, go over because it was like now. Yeah, it was around now. It was like
same time frame.
Exactly. It was November 2017 or late November, going into December. Yep. And everybody, when Verge pumped, it went from less than a penny all the way to 25 cents. We're talking about like a 2,500x in like a matter of 2 days. Everybody was on Bitfury or on the YouTube was like, oh yeah, we rich, baby, we rich.
And people had started pumping it here because what you gotta understand is Verge, they got the crazy pump at the end of the year. People were talking about Verge at the beginning of the year. Yeah. So people were talking about Verge around here. Like way less than the penny. I keep thinking Satoshis, but it's actually in dollars. So I can't even say Satoshis.
Yeah. But that's the price of Shiba right now.
That is the price of Shiba, bro. Yeah, Shiba just doubled.
When people talk about Shiba like it's new, I'm like, we've seen a Shiba pump before. We've already seen this. And look what happened afterwards.
That's what people need to understand. There's seasons to this. There's seasons that come and go. And the same thing's gonna happen with Shiba. And then now with what's that thing called? The metaverse, that's what's gonna be next. All these metaverse coins.
Look at that. Stratus, January 2017, 9 cents. Stratus, $21. People, we're trying to tell you this Neo. Shit, I'm wondering if they only got the ant shares. Oh, they only go back. So people, for those who don't know, you know what, let me actually pull it up. So we'll look at Neo first. So Neo, let's just say went from, well, we can do it from Neo still, 12 cents, 13 cents. So they did still have it at ant shares. To, what is it?
It was $180. Yeah.
$180. 180 from 13 cents. But we don't know what the hell we talking about here, and we getting it all wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we never seen this before.
We haven't seen it. Oh, what about this Bitbean? How many times I yell out Bitbean and Red Coin back in the day?
Oh yeah, just as a joke, but it literally pumped from less than a penny. Look at that. That's Shiba's price, and it went up to 3-4 cents. So
it went up to what you hope Shiba would do.
That's what you hope Shiba would do. Yeah, exactly.
But the difference between Bitbean and Shiba is this, folks. It's the goddamn total supply. Yeah, I can't remember where Shiba's at, but I'm just showing you these charts, folks, to show you that like we're not making this up when we tell you like literally you put the coin in there and we've seen it happen from beginning to end. We know what's going to happen. The only thing that keeps changing the trajectory, well, first was Bitcoin, of course, and now Ethereum as well. But for the most part, that's how they all look. Like 99% of those charts look exactly like that. So just be on the lookout. All right, feel free to call in a couple last quick stories just in case. If not, former controller Brian Brooks gets a new gig as Bitfury CEO. Go ahead and tell us what's going on with this story and what are your thoughts, Antonio, on this? Because Antonio's well versed in Brian Brooks. What's your thoughts?
This grimy guy. I find it super interesting because, like you know, he was obviously with Binance recently. And around the time he took over with Binance, that's when a lot of grimy stuff started happening in terms of everyone coming down hard on Binance. You guys have seen it, like a lot of stuff started happening with Binance recently when this guy took over. And then all of a sudden, I think it was after 3 months, he was gone, he was out the door. So now he's taking over with Bitfury. And I find this interesting because this is around the time where we saw a lot of miners move away from China and into the USA. And now it's interesting that he's taking over with Bitfury. So in terms of for Bitfury, this might be really good in terms of Bitfury getting a lot of miners on board from China, et cetera, But in terms of Brian Brooks in general, I don't trust him. I think he's slimy. Don't trust him.
But really quick, I mean, is Brian Brooks the hero we didn't know we deserved? Did he go destroy a foreign crypto company to bring everything back home to Americans?
That's what we said. Did we not say that at first? When Brian Brooks,
you did say he honeypotted.
When I was like, if the office of currency comptroller is going to Binance, remember when he left? And I was like, he probably went there, got intel, and just quit. Because remember, he quit after like 2 months. And I was like, Binance ship is sinking. It has to be, because I'm sure he went there and he probably put the nail in the coffin. He probably was like, yeah, they're doing some nefarious stuff here. And it was over from that point. And now he's Bitfury CEO. Like Antonio said, ridiculous, man. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yes, Antonio, shout out to you for that breakdown. That was really good. Really quick, Carson, thank you for the tip. Carson, Playthrough Games, thank you for the tip. Just want to say thank God I found you guys. Just got back in crypto in May of this year. Also, thanks for getting me into BB. Been doing good in that. Yeah, shout out to everybody who's doing. I mean, listen, people are doing numbers on BB right now.
Oh yeah, I know. People hit me up all the time about it.
One just dropped today or yesterday. I keep missing these drops because literally right now it's 8:14. I'll be on the show or just ending the show. Only the real estate. Say I want to shout out the Simon family, saw them in Mexico City. Good. Hey, the Simon family bringing everyone down there. Only real estate. Alex about to move down there. We're gonna have a crypto warrior down there. So shout out to the Simon Family Ventures. Of course, that's the family who bought into Bitcoin early before myself, actually. And they essentially retired and went down to Mexico to live off their Bitcoin. They're teaching other people how to do it as well, and how to actually develop in the in cryptocurrency as well. So shout out to Simon Family Ventures. Sure. Devon Moore, what's going on, Devon? What you got for us today?
Yo, what's up, guys? I had a quick question. Like, how come y'all hate Ethereum so damn much? I need to understand. Like, I watch this every week, you know, multiple times a week sometimes. And I'm just like, they always crap on Ethereum. I need to know.
Oh, well, I would just say the only reason it may seem that way is because people try to compare it to Bitcoin. Ethereum by itself, no, it's okay. I think there's other chains that's better. I don't hate anything in this thing. I think it's all fun. But with Ethereum, I think people have a wrong perception of what it is. Like, for example, earlier, I just told people the DAO got hacked for 150 million. They reorganized the chain, and the Ethereum you see now is not the original chain. That is an attack vector that most people have no clue about. And honestly, most people don't care. that's what I'm trying to explain to people is that when you talk about money and then when you talk about technology, two different goals, two different things. I don't hate it at all. But like I said, when you're trying to compare to Bitcoin, it's like, what are we even comparing? I mean, you have a centralized creator, you got a foundation, you got a 70% pre-mine, you have gas fees through the roof. You have to rely on upgrades in order for it to work on the layer one, and just a few other points. We don't know how much supply there is, and there's other smart contract platforms that are more efficient. Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, they're all coming for it. So it's, to me, it's just the comparison with Bitcoin. It's like Ethereum got their own fight. They gotta beat out smart contract platforms first, which I think they're doing it now. But again, if you look at the top 10 from 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 6 years ago, it switches all the time. So just telling people not to go all in on it, because a lot of people will say, yeah, I'm just buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like those are the two most, and I'm just like, Bitcoin is the only thing that's secure. Ethereum is just now gaining the price, but price and value are two different things.
Cool. Do you think that Ethereum is the general like settlement layer of like the future of the internet? Because I feel like I like what you're saying, where like Bitcoin has a totally different fight than Ethereum. They shouldn't be compared to each other. But do you think that crypto needs like both of them to really thrive in the future? Do you think it's going to be like a multi-chain world, or do you think Bitcoin is just good by itself?
Yeah, I think Bitcoin is good by itself, but there will be a multi-chain world simply because there's always people who are entrepreneurs. There's always greedy people. There's always people who want to try and get the next big thing. And because they misperceive Bitcoin as just technology, they think in the technology ethos, move fast and break things. So they try to innovate as fast as they can, but they've never taken care of the security of the bottom layer, which is Bitcoin. So everything you can do on Ethereum, you can do it on Bitcoin. You just can't push it out as fast because security. And that's the thing. You sacrifice security when you try to innovate too fast, which is what has happened with Ethereum. And also the user experience goes down. If anybody's tried to mint an NFT on Ethereum in the past 6 months, terrible process.
We saw somebody in the Crypto Warrior today just say I was going to get an NFT last night, actually buy one. But they said the gas fee was like $240 something. So they was like, I'm just going to hold off on it.
Terrible experience. And that's what you don't want. You don't want new people to come in and say, hey, I'm trying to buy a $50 NFT and it costs me 300 total. And then they say, well, I can go to Solana and mint it for pennies, or I can go to Tezos and mint it for free, or I can go to Near Protocol, or I can do, you know what I mean? Like there's too many options for Ethereum to remain king, I think, forever. And I don't think it's going to be the settlement layer of the internet. Bitcoin is already the internet of money. So the Ethereum is trying to solve a problem that didn't exist. Because if you think about it, could you build apps? Could you make NFTs? Could you do all this stuff without the Ethereum cryptocurrency? Yes.
Yeah, the way that I think of it is that like because Ethereum is at this like decentralized, it's at this point where it's so decentralized that it's already beaten the ETH killer sort of I don't know the word for it, but like when people were like, oh, I'm gonna create this chain that's gonna kill ETH, it's like it's too late for that. Now people are kind of competing with the secondary layers of Ethereum sort of. So like, you know, like there's like this thing like Optimism and Arbitrum, which are like gasless, you know, instant low gas fee layers on top of Ethereum. Those are, in my opinion, now competing with the Solanas and then the other layer ones that are popping up. So like I do think that like Ethereum, at least right now, is, I guess you would say, it's not similar to Bitcoin, but it's kind of in this space where it's sort of the home for culture and digital assets. And I think that that's something that people haven't really like done on Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is like about money, and that's one of the most important things out here in the world. But like, in my opinion, Ethereum is about, almost in a way, it can be sort of a space for saving your culture. And that's kind of like where I start to see like these expensive NFTs or these, you know, powerful protocols being built on Ethereum. People are kind of putting them there because they see that it has this long-term, I don't know, like way they can survive on that particular chain. But I don't know, like that's just my thing, that I think that both need to exist. Will be in like a multi-chain world where, you know, people will have their money in Bitcoin, but they'll have their ideas and, you know, their concepts and maybe digital assets on something like Ethereum, which could be replaced, but it has such like a early advantage that it might be like a decade before something else really, you know, throws it out of the way. But I had the same conversation with this guy that y'all follow. His name is like Lamar or something like that.
Lamar Wilson?
This man cursed me out for saying all this. So I just want to say thank y'all. Thank
Well,
y'all
that's-
for being patient.
No, definitely. I was actually going to say first and foremost, for those, this is Dev Rocks, who was on yesterday, say calling. So first and foremost, shout out to Devon for actually calling in. Much appreciate that. And also for those listening, and I'm going to say this first, and then I'm going to say, Devon, feel free to spice it up for the internet. We always say, but like that's the way you come on with a point, people. Like if you disagree, hey, I don't know. What are your thoughts? This is what I think, guys. Blah blah blah. Like this is how you have discourse, folks. They don't agree. He's still like, I don't know. I think people, the market might decide this way. Ethereum has first movers advantage. Bitcoin's they say no. This is how you do it. But for the internet moving forward, Devon, feel free to go crazy so we can have some fun with it. But I was going to say a couple of questions for you. First, just to respond to what you said. That's the part when I'm kind of agreeing with you more on as I mature in the crypto market. Again, in 2016, when Zay told me about Bitcoin, I read the white paper. Boom, I'm all in. I get it. Like I understand reading comprehension is there. I get it. This technology makes sense, right? However, because I used to look at it like that, where I'm just like, well, Bitcoin makes sense, but this project wouldn't. Like this project does the tokenomics, and then I'm missing pumps because I'm like, wait, why are people buying this? And it's like, well, it's dumb money right now. Like they're looking at Bitcoin saying it's $4,000. They want something that's way less than a penny. And I say all that to say, yes, when it comes to first movers advantage, the narrative and letting the market decide, you actually do have a point. There could be a time or a case where there's a percentage of the population saying, no, Bitcoin's my store of value. This is how I store my money. And Ethereum or whatever else, XYZ is how I actually utilize cryptocurrency, the technology or the blockchain tech or whatever. So I do kind of agree with you on that. And I think that comes more, I was not necessarily a first mover advantage. I would almost say like a first missed advantage because it's coming from everybody who just felt like they missed Bitcoin. I feel like most of the people who are in Ethereum and these other projects are jumping in these projects, in my point of view, because they felt like they missed Bitcoin. There's something they couldn't do. Because again, yesterday, I brought this up at the top of the show. When you say, the building on Bitcoin and stuff, it's like technically you can do it. Does it take more time, resources? Is it harder? Yes. Time intensive? Yes. But is it possible? I also say yes to that. But you can respond to that. And also the questions I have for you is, as I ask everybody, how did you get into crypto? How did you get into Bitcoin? What's the story?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I totally agree with your point. And the way that I think about it is like, I might have said it earlier, but like Bitcoin is sort of this absolute truth. And then, like,
oh, yeah, I know. People hit me up all the time about it.
Hold on, I muted the wrong. I got to mute yourself, whoever just joined.
On the show or just in the show. Only the real
Michael, you
estate.
got to mute yourself, Michael.
The Simon family saw in Mexico City. Good. Hey, the Simon family bringing everyone down there. I was about to move down there. Michael, you got to mute. You got to mute it. Mute it.
I got you. Go ahead, Devon. My fault.
Oh, it's all good. I was just saying, like, I think that, at least with Ethereum and Bitcoin's kind of like this absolute truth. And Ethereum is sort of this relative truth. But, like relative truth isn't necessarily like terrible, like it's still like very useful and in certain instances. But yeah, I totally agree. Like maybe someone doesn't want their money to be relative truth. They want it to be in this space where it's absolute and solid and everything. So I totally think that both should exist and people should interact with both of them. And then in terms of like getting into crypto, I got into crypto because I'm a digital artist. It's this collective called Felt Zine. We make like underground digital art. We have 3D art parties and everything, and all of our stuff exists on the internet. So we have like interactive web pages where we kind of have like a library of artists and stuff. But like when we heard about NFTs, we are just like, oh, this is perfect. Like we don't have to like necessarily host this stuff. People can actually own our work because galleries and people, institutions, they weren't really accepting us because they might be like, oh, you're Black, or oh, your art is like digital art. That's not real art. So now, you can just literally just create your own, spaces, your own, like, it doesn't even have to be like a metaverse virtual gallery, but you can just literally have your own web page, and then your closest fans and your community can actually, invest in your work and collect it like any other artist. But that's really cool because now like it's sort of like Supreme, the streetwear brand, or like Palace or something, where you know you don't even have to be the biggest artist in the world. You don't have to be the Drake or the
That's what we
Kendrick
tell.
Lamars.
Listen, you get your tribe, you good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, Devin, I want to ask you this. What would you think if Solana flipped Ethereum this time next year?
Ooh, good question. Good question.
Do you think it's possible?
I think it's possible, but the other thing is that like I just saw this like viral tweet about it, but a lot of like I might be wrong because I'm more of like the art side of like crypto rather than like the actual like back end. But
Yeah.
I feel like Solana is just being like hella pumped by like mad VCs, and there's way more like VC money and things like
That's
yes.
what I was about to say next. I was going to say, like you said, relative truth is it's not bad, but what I know to be true is that Sam Bankman-Fried, who owns FTX, he has a bunch of VCs who are pumping Solana, and I can almost guarantee you they have enough money to blow past Ethereum, to blow past any other smart contract, and make that the number two. Only reason I'm kind of convinced is the fact that I saw it go from $2 to $200 right after Sam Bankman-Fried said, "Hey, sell me all the Solana you have right now. I'll buy it." The CEO of an exchange tells you that, you already know what's coming. So 100x from that point, and I think they've got a long way to go because half of the stuff I've seen, they're just copying Ethereum NFT people, which is fine. In the crypto space, they can just copy it, put it on Solana.
But that it also goes to say, hey, Solana's only in charge until hey, Michael Saylor and Elon Musk join forces. Hey, let's go ahead and make the next one.
And then the next one comes because again, unit bias exists. People were buying Ethereum because it's cheaper than Bitcoin. Now people are buying Solana because it's cheaper than Ethereum. And now people are buying Cardano because it's cheaper than Solana. So unit bias is just going to exist. I'm not saying it will happen. I just know there are a lot of VCs that want to see Solana win. And Ethereum has theirs as well, but it's sort of it's I don't want to say the two groups that's fighting it out, but it is kind of funny to see in the background.
Hey, regardless, thanks for calling in, Devin, for sure. Hey, take care. Really quick, J.E. Walter said, dumb money / meme coins remind me of mumble rap. Quote, "It's not my thing, I'm owed, but it makes money and that's all that matters in the long run." Just hoping people's perspectives change as they learn. So I'm with you as well. I totally agree with that, J.E. Walter. And again, I had to get like that because I did start to realize I was looking at these other coins like, hey, I was like, oh man, what the hell is this old coin? Bitcoin can do that. And I realized that. So it's just like, no, this is the mumble rap era. This is what they do. And mumble rap does make money. So I'm with you on that one. But again, just remember.
You're calling me.
Just remember, even mumble rap, at the end of the day, though, mumble rap is still music. This is where I think people get things confused with. People compare Bitcoin. It's the reason why it's Bitcoin is altcoins. You know what I mean? So whereas dumb money, meme coins, and altcoins are all the same thing, Bitcoin is music. It's the internet of money. It's the actual music itself. So it's not even a genre. It's just music. So that's the only thing I would say that's different, but I'm definitely with you. Michael, what you got for us today? Michael, hey, thanks for calling in.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. So I was on your show back in June, but I was up in New Jersey. My daughter was graduating from college. So I was on your show, but I was no video. So this is my second time being on your show, but I listen to you guys all the time. And it's funny, I'll just tell you this. You guys are one of the few YouTubers that you don't tell people to hit the like a lot of YouTubers do. Like right away they tell you, hey, hit the likes, hit the likes, hit the likes. And it's only until you guys say, hey, our likes are down, we're gonna sing, etc., that you guys mention about the like. Because even myself, I always hit, but sometimes I get so wrapped up into what you guys are saying, I forget to hit the like. So it's until you guys say, hey, we're gonna sing whatever, I make sure to hit the like. So just to tell you that.
All right, we'll make sure we start announcing for sure.
So the reason I called in, because you guys talked about a lot of things today, and I just wanted to hit on a couple of them. I saw the Pomp BitBoy video, and I think I was dead on. I like watching BitBoy, and I think he was very fair in what he said. He made up a lot of good points. So I definitely think, and I like Pomp, but I think Pomp was wrong in this case. Second thing, it's funny, you guys mentioned Verge. I made like $1,500 in 2017 off of Verge. And the only reason I got into it, because if you remember, McAfee was pumping it.
Yep.
Yeah. Good old McAfee. Good old days.
Hey, rest in peace, John McAfee.
Because of that. And I made like $1,500. I tell people, listen, I'm not married to no coin.
Exactly.
So I got a tip on Shiba back in late September. I put $400. I doubled my money. I put a little more, doubled my money. I made like $3,000. I still have some Shiba, but I took out all my profits. And, you know, based on what Poppin was saying, listen, at the end of the day, we're here to make money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have your coins that like a Bitcoin, et cetera, that you hold long term, but you're here to make money. I mean, since January, I 5x my money, almost at 100K. My goal is to get to $1 million next year.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And that's what everybody's goal. So and saying, hey, shilling these coins. Listen, at the end of the day, I forgot who said, I don't know if it was Mark Cuban. Listen, I'm not here promoting Doge, but what happened is I had Doge in 17 when it was less than a penny. I had a couple of them. And when I seen people that know nothing about crypto that I know, one guy made 20 grand, another guy made 40 grand. I said, hell no. I know much more than them. I said, this just goes to show you, it's all about making the money. So, you know, pumping, you know, get in and get out. So that's what I wanted to say about that. And right now, the thing that I'm trying to do, I have some Polkadot, but what I'm trying to do is make some money off of the Polkadot ecosystem. So I bought some Polka City, some Kylan, you know, all of these guys that live on the Polkadot system, because if Polkadot pumps, which we expected to, all these others are gonna pump. So that's all I wanted to say. And I love you guys' show.
Oh, much appreciated, much appreciated. For the spirit of Fuck Bitcoin Fridays, I got to push back and ask you a couple of things. When it comes, okay, so this is my thing. I think this is where the community does get split, because I'm trying to say the best way. I am happy to make money in the space. Of course, I want to make money in the space, but that's not what drew me to the space. That's not what keeps me in the space either. And for a lot of Bitcoin people, it's not. It's literally the technology. For me, the technology of Bitcoin supersedes everything, because it's the fact that I can transfer value without a third party. Like, to me, that's amazing. That is amazing. Now, when it comes to altcoin projects, yes. When it comes to damn near every other, I'm trying to think, is there any altcoins? No, yeah. When it comes to all altcoin projects, so Ethereum down, 2 down, I'm only there for the money. Literally only in altcoins to trade and for the money. Don't care about, I'm not married to none of them. I don't care about the founder, none of that. I am there for the money and altcoins. Which, by the way, as somebody pointed out to you, they said, you ain't made no money in here. They said, you know, gang out there. I was like, yeah, that's the worst part. I haven't made any money in crypto because it's just too volatile and unpredictable. That's the worst part of it. But for people who do want to make money, I would say, hey, Bitcoin, I am all about the technology on that part. That's why I was compared to music and LimeWire and all that stuff, because I'm just like, it wasn't downloading music for LimeWire that did it for me. It was the ability to download music. It was like the ability to use this tech. So I do want to say, like, Bitcoin Maximus, a lot of people in the Bitcoin space definitely like the tech more than anything. And on the vice flip side, that's why they hate altcoins so much and they go so hard, because they're like, this is the people who just want to make the money. But that's a part of the market, and that is a part of mass adoption. So I'm definitely with that as well. I got to ask you, how did you get into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to begin with?
So back in 2015, 2 YouTubers, do you mind if I mention their name?
Oh yeah, go ahead, for sure.
So Currency 365 and Jay Smith. And, you know, I told people, listen, you guys have to look at what the elite do. Basically, you need to be at the table and get the crumbs. I said, whatever they tell you not to do, that's what you wanted to start to do. And the analogy I try to tell people is, when you look at kids in college that get drafted into the NBA or the NFL, they're getting paid millions of dollars off of potential. And I said, the problem is most people don't have a business or futuristic mindset to be able to see where things are going. Like in 2000, when I was in the .com, to see where things were going, you know, most people, they're just blinded to that. And so I'm just blessed that God gave me the ability to be able to see where things were going. So I don't see cryptocurrency for me as the long term, because from my spiritual standpoint, but I see it as a means for financial freedom for now. And so that's how I got it. And just to tell you, and as a man of color. So I got into Veritasium because of Jay Smith. He had a video to show how to get it back then. And I'll be honest with you, I went to Reggie's website and it looked like crap. There was this tiger on the screen, etc. And I actually didn't think it was real, but because the WebBot report talked about it, I happened to have $20 in Ethereum, and I got 6. I was able to get 6 Very coins at the time, and it went up to almost $450. I mean, I 2000x my $20 on Veritasium, and I was like, dang, I wish I had put more money into it, but you know, that was a godsend that I put $20 and made over $2 grand profit off of Veritasium.
Again.
And I still have 9 Veritasium that I will not get rid of just because the WebBot says when the system crashes, they're gonna come running to Reggie for his tech. So that's why I'm not selling my I got 9 on the side. I'm waiting for that day to happen.
There you go, folks. You heard the other side of that Reggie argument. So we got to ask you this. What did you think about the lawsuit?
I think, like everything, the reason that they came after him because they know he got the secret sauce.
He got the sauce.
He got the sauce. I was telling people way back then, I was like, they're not coming after just him for no reason. Like all these projects, they came just at Reggie that hard. Because again, if you looked at the Veritas project, he was solving problems that most people didn't know they had. That's what I tell people. I'm like, you didn't even realize this was a problem, and he solved it with his tech. So shout out to Reggie again, one of the OGs in the game. And you're right, if this whole thing comes crashing down, people start not listening to regulators, and you need a decentralized way to do the same stuff, stocks, bonds, or whatever. There you go.
Right. And you know, from a spiritual standpoint, people don't realize this. And I'm not trying to take us there, but when Jesus said that this world is run by Satan, and so when you see what's going on in the world, it's evil. And if you're not, everything that's going on is evil. And the truth is, they don't want people of color to get ahead. I mean, it's a debt-based system, it's a slave-based system. And if they see that you get financial freedom, they don't like it. So, you know, that's why, you know, Reggie and they're down on crypto, because look at the people who are into crypto. It's not the Jamie Dimons, et cetera. You know, they're telling people, hey, don't get it. But then in secret, they're out in Switzerland buying it up. So, you know, don't listen to them. They don't want you to get out of their system.
There it is. Well, hey, much appreciate you calling in, Michael. Definitely agree a lot with what you just said. Gang, that's why we say it. But and that's the power of cryptocurrency. The power of these gangs in general is that whether they want it or not, whether they like it or not, like the Winklevoss twins are coming. Michael's coming. Bitcoin Zay coming. Antonio's coming. Like all these people in crypto who are here early. Right now, today is still early too. All these people are coming. So all they can do is say, hey, if you own crypto and you don't tell us, it's a criminal sentence. That's all they can do right now until they start actually arresting people. So again, much appreciate you calling in, Michael. Definitely thanks for that.
You're welcome.
All right, take care.
Michael.
Joseph, what you got for us today, Joseph? Hey, welcome to the show.
All right, thanks so much for having me, King Isaiah. I was trying to just stay in the chat, but then you kept saying join. Keep joining.
Join. Thanks for being patient too.
Yeah, no, you messing my day up. I'm supposed to be working, but I'm enjoying all the conversation. So my question is more, I would love to hear you both kind of talk about the entrepreneurial aspect of being in the crypto market. So I worked for software companies. I do marketing now. And what I've always seen is that it's the entrepreneurs that see something and they're the ones that are actually able to get these ideas and get adoption. So writing the book, I think, is a great way to get the idea into people's hands, but then there has to be people onboarding them. And I think your channel does that, helps people get on the path to actually get involved. But when you all started, I'm interested to kind of hear, I think you were doing consulting at one point to get in, but I would love just kind of any thoughts, anything that you could give about the entrepreneurial aspect, not just the purchasing and owning, but actually helping people get onboarded.
Oh yeah, well, just like any other good business, solve the problems people have. Figure out what's the problem, solve it. That's all good businesses are. And we realized at the time, Bitcoin education was terrible. So consulting to giving people, because we spent half of 2016 and 2017 telling people not to buy BitConnect and other scams. Like that was a huge thing back then. So solving the problem.
People were saying we just mad because we missing out on this money.
Missing out on all that money.
Trying to get it.
So yeah, and we combated that, and of course education. Also too, we saw that YouTube. There were a lot of YouTube people who were scammier than the ones are today, and they were also some monotone. They had good information, but they were boring. So we basically were like, we need a channel where people are both educated and entertained. So we provided that. Also, the ATM part of it, getting an ATM, trying to have passive income as a way to bring that in as well. Because one thing I saw was people were like, well, if I have cash, how can I buy it without KYC? So, problem, solution, ATMs. Before they made it where everything is KYC. It used to be up to 1,000. You could buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin without any KYC, nothing, just a phone number. So solve that problem. And then moving forward to today, of course, with the podcast, and then onto the masterclass. We saw that, how many requests did we get? King was like, can you just give me everything in one spot? Just give me one thing. Yeah. We got that request at least 100 times because a lot of people don't want to research. So we provided masterclass. So basically find a problem and then come up with a solution. The Black Bitcoin Billionaires, that somebody mentioned earlier, Neil Lamar, he called me up and he was like, hey, they're on Clubhouse telling people to buy some bullshit coin or that to buy some crypto. It's like, they don't need this information. See a problem, solve it. And that's, I mean, just doing that over and over has been the big thing now. So that's pretty much what I would say from an entrepreneur standpoint.
Yeah, I would mostly piggyback on that as well. Like you said, just it's about the resource, like knowing the main questions. Where the main questions, like how to buy Bitcoin, what wallet to use, like those are the primary questions. But also, again, what attracted me to Bitcoin itself was the technology. Sometimes with some people, it's about the tech. It's like, what problem are they having in their life where they need a solution, right? Like, rather it's as simple as money stored value. Like I'm just looking at my savings account today. I got rid of a business account at one bank, and now they charge me for my savings account. They charge me like $8. I was just like, y'all charge me $8 on the savings account. All right, account is now at zero. Like I'm about to close it. Like what are you doing? This is, and it clearly is not about the money, but it's also like, why would I give y'all, was that 88? 60, was it 88? I don't know. Was that the 88? 94? Why would I give you $94 a year? How many people are giving you $94 a year? Like that's too much money. So it's really, to me, it's just breaking simple things down, simple principles. Like, hey, do you want to save an extra 2 to 3% a year? Like stop using your savings account. Like something as simple as that. So, but most of the things Bitcoin, they say I'm with as well. Got to ask you, Joseph, how did you get into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency?
First, thank you guys for the answers. I think it's great advice. So appreciate that. So I feel like I missed the boat, and you probably heard that phrase. They say if rich people miss the boat, they bring it back. Poor people miss the boat, you miss the boat. So like I first heard about Bitcoin in 2012, and I was starting a company, so I didn't have time for it. It didn't make sense. I created my Coinbase account 2017. Bitcoin still didn't make sense. I started hearing about Cardano. And that's actually what made sense to me, because I have family in Africa, and I would send the money through like Western Union, and I'd be like, oh, like they're actually trying to, and I know Bitcoin kind of spoke to that, but I started hearing like these actual cultural and society problems that they were trying to solve. And I understood it made sense in my mind. The story of crypto started making sense, is that we're actually removing all of these systems, not just from a monetary standpoint, but as my business grew, I got to the point to where I was like, man, I made like $120, and I put all my tax money in my savings account, just like you were saying. And then I got like an interest payment. It was like $121. And I was like, that, off of all that money, I got $121. And then I started learning about money. And then as soon as I started learning about money, then that's where Bitcoin came in. But it was like Cardano got me in, because it made sense. And then Bitcoin made sense when I was really actually trying to understand how to make more money and invest for the future. So,
and let me just say, thank you so much for saying that, because I've had people, King has had people that they know our stance. We love Bitcoin or whatever, or we use it. But we are also in other projects, but people get in where they get in. You cannot walk up to somebody who says, I want to learn about Bitcoin and crypto, and say Bitcoin only, nothing else, and then walk away. It doesn't make any sense. We would have no network effect. There would be no mainstream adoption. because I know people, like you said, Cardano makes sense to you. You're a developer, right? So you can see the smart contracts, and of course, like you said, sending it to your family. So for some people I know, they're artists. NFTs make perfect sense. Why shouldn't I get residual off my painting every time it's resold? Why shouldn't I be able to have a digital? So that brings them in, and then you learn about money, which we always say this industry changes your mindset. So you start actually thinking about stuff like money and Gresham's law and Lindy effect. Like who's talking about inflation 10 years ago? Out of all my friends, I think I had one say the word inflation before. Like just say the word. Nobody ever talked about it. And that's what this industry has started to do. And you can't rewind that. That's what I love about it is you can't unlearn what just happened. We basically just educated millions of people on how the money system actually works. So that's why I kind of hate when people say, "What if Bitcoin goes to zero? We'll build it again." We already did it once. Somebody will figure out how to be anonymous and strike it back. So I just love that you made that statement, because in my opinion, all roads lead to Bitcoin, and the way you get there doesn't matter. So appreciate that, man. Yeah, definitely.
The only quick thing I will say about the Cardano thing too, and again, this is what people forget, is I would say probably one of the biggest handicaps. People always talk about what's a flaw in Bitcoin, what's a handicap, what's an area of weakness. It's no CEO. There's no boss. Like that is to me one of the biggest weaknesses. With Cardano, you have a CEO. Hey, y'all, we in Africa. Let me tell everybody about this Africa thing. This is what we're gonna do with Ethereum. Hey guys, we're doing this across the world, smart contracts, blah blah blah. With Shibu, we're the next whatever. You thought Dogecoin was good. We're gonna be better. We're going to, like, everyone has essentially bosses or people with high stakes in these projects, essentially, as far as origin wallets. And of course, Bitcoin has the one main one, but since then it's been pretty diverse. And with these other projects, they still have those same origin wallets. I say all that to say, because if there was a CEO of Bitcoin, every talking point, every project for the most part it'd be the same talking point. So the same sending money, remittance payments, send money back to Mexico, back to Africa, back to Europe, back to wherever. There was somebody say, yo, this is one of the Bitcoin's best features, that right now you can send a shit ton of money on your Edge wallet or whatever for 50 cents in a different part of the world. But there's nobody to actually scream and say that. So that's where I will say, sometimes once you have all these other projects that are actually saying it and what attracts people, it's like, well, Bitcoin can do it, but nobody's promoting it. So
yeah, King, I just want to say I completely agree with that. And I do like the fact that Bitcoin is Bitcoin, but then having these other platforms or ecosystems that actually are somewhat decentralized, I think gives some people, like, people want safety. I remember hearing, and actually I think it was from you, Isaiah, you had mentioned that book, The Creature from Jekyll Island, and I read it. And one of the things in it, he had said that if you ask people, if they know that they can get their money out of a bank, they'll leave their money in a bank. And I think these somewhat decentralized systems are what people want, because most people don't want to be their own bank. So I love that point, King. I think Bitcoin is, you're the bank owner, but these other centralized, or Cardano, Solanas, they come with a CEO, but that also comes with some type of mental security. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know, but I think it's hard to own your life. It's hard to own your money. It's hard to own your decisions, and people want that. And hey,
and you know what, I agree with you, but I would say to finish it too, one of the best things about all these different projects that I really like is that the US thinks they're about to, if you do this, if you do that, it's like, all right, keep building projects, more coins, more tokens, more projects. Yep, I want 10 Ethereums. Hey, if Bitcoin is that easy to duplicate, fine. Let's make 50 more Bitcoins, people, because that will be, imagine instead of you just being a bank, you're your own banks. Oh, I got money over here. I mean, technically already, I got money in this DeFi project, I got money in that DeFi project, I got money on this platform, I'm staking over here, I got Bitcoin over here. And they're talking about, if you don't tell us about your crypto, you're a criminal now. Okay, well, for each individual person who has 10 to 15 to 20 wallets, good luck. Good luck. How many American citizens will, like, not even being funny when I say this, but I am being funny. You would need a motherfucking Indian call center to handle what's going to be coming down the pike. Like, it's going to be impossible. I'm one person, and I just told you the different places I've been in this sector. So I'm actually for the building and growth. I do think Bitcoin is king, and it'll be the main one. But I'm also for the 99% that I think shouldn't be there. I'm happy they are there, and I hope it keeps proliferating, because it has to. In order for us to still have our freedoms, it has to proliferate to the point the government gets exhausted looking at it. And then they say, fine, we'll just do Miami coin. We'll tax Miami coin. Hey, the only way you can buy federal goods or get paid to buy federal government is Miami coin. Like, I'm cool with that, because then it's a choke point of, all right, we're just going to be doing it with this coin. But to be honest, I am, again, it took me a while to get this way, but I'm happy to see the market growing the way it grows. And people like the one guy who called earlier, who's a digital artist, and I forgot your name that quick, but
Devon.
Dev rocks. Digital artist. He's not even in the space to do a million different investment strategies. He's just trying to be a digital artist. So it's not even fair to a person like that to say, well, you need to tell us about your crypto. And he's like, bro, I'm just selling paintings online. But him, I'm happy he's in the space not for investments. He said he entered the space for digital art. I think that's an amazing thing, because it's like, good. Have everybody enter the space for different reasons at different levels, and let the government deal with that. Like, that's going to keep them busy. So I am happy about that.
What do you think about the idea of the government? Because everything is public, right? I've heard rumors that the government actually is building systems. This is rumor to actually, because you can see what wallet addresses are moving to where and doing what. Wouldn't it actually be easier for them to track your multiple wallets? Because then they just have the code doing it.
Yeah, but that's what chain analysis can do that right now. The problem is, what do you do with coins that don't move? Which is 80% of Bitcoin's supply.
I got a lot of wallets that don't move.
I got at least 100 wallets, just random, because I used to print off paper wallets all the time. Good luck, because I know people that's even more anal than me. I'm telling you, like, if there's a wallet sitting there with 1 Bitcoin in it, and it's on a hardware wallet at a location, are they gonna track that? No, they can't track it down.
And I mean, let's talk about the other side of the equation. Even if they were to move forward with this is why I love America right here, folks. This is why I love the game. What did the Supreme Court say the other day? That's about to go through LA, Los Angeles, California, and New York. Oh, it's unconstitutional to tell these people they can't have guns and can't conceal carry them. People have a right to defend themselves. That just got pushed out the other day. That may affect Los Angeles and New York City's gun laws, whether they like it at a federal or, at state and local level or not. And I say that to say, yeah, you're going to criminalize cryptocurrency, which is essentially what they're trying to do. They do shadowly hooded super coders, whatever Yellen said. You're going to criminalize crypto. You're going to go that way. Well, fine. That's why criminals exist. Yin and yang. I keep telling you, I'm not playing.
And what if
play that game?
I just thought about this scenario real quick. What if somebody airdropped you? What if there's an airdrop for $10,000 worth of whatever crypto in a wallet?
Bitcoin hit $1 million, I'm airdropping everybody a pistol to say, hey, Bitcoin save them. They got a problem. Pull up. And I was like,
oh yeah.
We said, what did they airdrop? What?
I was saying, no. If they airdrop $10,000 worth of any crypto and it's on an account or an exchange that you don't even remember or know about, have the password to. Like, what does that do now? Now you literally are just creating a whole culture of what they would consider criminal. But yeah, that would be worse. That would be worse than when China got rid of all the miners.
Yeah, I was gonna say, seriously, if the US criminalized crypto, which it looks like they're kind of trying to do, for the mainstream power of the population, it probably would work. Of course, everybody, okay, the United States says Bitcoin's bad off, so it must be bad, whatever. But seriously, I do think there will be individuals and groups and institutions that push back. Michael Saylor, like, I think there will be people who seriously push back and be like, no, we're not going. And here's the other thing, even if they do serious on a super serious note, worst case scenario, even if they criminalize crypto, they make all these rules and laws. Here's the deal, people. I'm in like my mid-30s. Like, my friends and groups of friends are coming along. Like, they don't have that much more time left. Let's just say that. Like, it just is what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, in the next 10 to 20 years, everyone who's in politics and government right now, with the exception of the younger generation who isn't pushing this bullshit, they're not going to be there. Yeah, so essentially, it's kind of like if you're in the, I know I can say my experience from the military is like, you get a bad boss, which luckily I didn't have. But in the military, if you get a bad boss, they always tell you just to hold tight. You'll be transferred out in the next 3 to 5 years. Like, it won't be your boss for forever. He'll be gone in 3, or she or you will be gone in 3 to 5 years. It's nothing to worry about. So I'm looking at this the same way. No matter what Congress, president, regulatory, whatever any of them say. I mean, how old is Joe Biden?
114. It's crazy. He got dementia.
And this is no offense to that age group. It's just saying that they won't be the people I'll be listening to in the next 10 or 20 years. That's just the reality.
It's going to be Mayor Suarez, baby.
It's exactly, and that's my point. It's going to be the Suarez's of the world. It's going to be like the what's the one
Eric
girl?
Adams.
Yeah, it's literally going to be everyone else. So my thing is, as much as this stuff sucks, whatever, I'm not even tripping because it's like, look, by the time I enter full stride in this crypto thing anyway, most of these people won't be here. The people who are their friends or younger than them or whatever, they'll be here and they own crypto. So I think right now, it might be an issue here in the next 3 to 5 to 7 years, but in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years, it's not even going to be a problem. Yeah.
Also, what people have to remember as well is
Thanks
it's
for calling
only
in,
in the
Joseph.
USA.
Go ahead, Antonio. My fault.
And what people have to remember as well is this is only in the USA. Crypto is worldwide. So if they bring out these bills, like it's not really going to matter. And in a way, they're just putting the USA behind in other countries in the world who's going to love this technology and adopt it, like El Salvador. So it's not going to work.
Yeah, for sure. All right, last comment in a quick story before we end it. 5252crypto.com said Corey Holcomb show the 5150 needs experts to help onboard us through comedy akin to the 85 South show. Can we get a collab? If you're actually representing the 50,
hell yeah, we get a collab.
Yeah,
what you mean?
That's our favorite. That's one of our favorite. That's on the bucket list right there. Somebody actually called me on the comment section the other day when I said it was a podcast, like, or YouTube I used to listen to. Somebody was like, I can't remember. I want to say it was S1 Dubs. Somebody was in the comments like, LOL, you talking about Corey Holcomb or whatever. And I was just like, if you know, you know, because we've all seen what's been happening with that transition this year. But no, huge fans of 5150, huge fans of Corey Holcomb, man, for a very long time. We met Corey a couple times at the
Oh yeah, I see him in improv every Monday. Yeah, every Monday for D-Rate days. Just walk up the street.
Yeah. So 5252 crypto. If you do work for them, reach out to us in our email, which I'll put here. No,
and I was gonna say I do want to shout out Craig Smith too. I saw him last time I was in LA. He was trying to get me on the show, but I had to leave on his show. So shout out to all the 5150 alumni. Yeah, we definitely need to get that collab going.
Oh, hilarious. That was S1. S1 said, can you suggest another show? We don't need snitching ass Corey putting people crypto biz out to the government. You funny as I don't. No, we ain't done nothing in here as far as business goes. So there's nothing to put out. But yeah, we would love to be on the 5150 show. That'd be hilarious. And it's funny, again, really quick, Zay actually mentioned that some years ago. He's like, I'm gonna be on that show one day. I think you say that or something?
Yeah, I said that a bunch of I told you that's on my bucket list. It's like I'm gonna be on Corey's show someday. Bitcoin's gonna get too big, they can't ignore me. I already got their book signed. They sitting right up here. Somewhere, one of those. Literally, I was like, I know I'm going on the show. I got D, him, Craig, even though Craig's not there.
Oh yeah, I met what you call it at the restaurant out here. Ice. I don't want to say his ex, but I forget her name right now.
D.
Top of my head.
Come on, D. Yeah, Ice T's ex-wife. Yeah, D. She got a restaurant in Little Ethiopia. Yeah, I took my fiance there for one of our first dates. They got them good little biscuits. Like I said,
I went to the restaurant. She was actually working. I was like, "Oh, you actually do be working?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What's up?" I give her a hug.
That's what I said.
And we met. I was like, "Oh my bad, I'll be following your show all the time."
Oh yeah.
All right. Last story, but certainly not least. Solana Ventures, Lightspeed Venture Partners, and FTX launch a $100 million gaming fund. What a way to end the week. We've been talking about gaming and Bitcoin. People, like, again, in the military, 3 is a trend. They tell you 3 is a trend. So if something happens 3 times, you're not questioning it. You're already activated because it's like, no, you're not going crazy. Your 6th sense is right. It's a trend. And I say 3 is a trend because EA Sports, Nike, and who else do we have? We have EA Sports, Nike, and one other one, Twitch, Crypto.com and Twitch. They're all going toward gaming for this cryptocurrency. This play to earn thing is not a joke. It's actually happened. It looks like the intersection between blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and gaming is creating a new reality for gamers. Some of blockchain's biggest venture firms have spearheaded a new investment fund dedicated to Web3 gaming, also known as GameFi, potentially opening the door to a highly lucrative industry that sees cryptocurrency and blockchain, merging with the traditional gaming sector. On Friday, Solana Ventures, Lightspeed Venture Partners, and derivatives exchange FTX announced the launch of a $100 million GameFi ecosystem fund. The funds will be used to invest in gaming studios, technology companies, and other projects at the intersection of blockchain and gaming, the company said. Antonio, what do you got for us? What are your thoughts on this story in gaming and crypto as it stands now and where it's going?
I mean, firstly, I find it interesting how FTX has literally got one foot in everything right now, which I find super interesting. But no, gaming on blockchain, it makes complete sense. Like right now, for example, like with my brother, like everyone right now is gaming so hard. So being able to just transact easily for gaming in crypto is going to be super good. So yeah, right now I think this is super good that it keeps developing gaming. Obviously, this is going to be a part of the metaverse as well. That's what I think everything's going to transition to. But yeah, it's good to see this happening.
Hey, do you think we could see a world where you could basically build up a character on a game, right? And you can make that character basically rich. Like, for example, you collect NFTs, you win matches. You'd be like, my character is worth $300 million or something like that. They say GameFi. What if you could say, I want to loan my character to you for or
so you know
put
what,
them as collateral for a loan, for a cash loan. That would be crazy as far as gaming goes. And then just the transactions, I think, will be a lot smoother, because what if you could just bet on games all day? $20 a game on TK in crypto every day. You know what I mean? Like, you could do it, you know, just the auxiliary way. Just we talk to them and be like, hey, send me 20 in crypto, but you can actually put it in escrow. And then when the game is over, winner receives the money. That's a job. All the dudes who sit at home and smoke weed and play 2K all day and don't have a job, you got a bunch of unemployed, or you got a bunch of employed people now. So I think gaming is going to basically open it up so everybody, look at Axie Infinity in the Philippines. They're making more money from playing a game than they usually make monthly. So I just think, yeah, that use case is definitely huge. And you're right, Antonio, the fact that FTX has their arm in everything, their hand in everything, is going to bode well. Something is definitely going to make them the first $1 trillion exchange, I think.
Local TX said they don't think it's going to happen. So it ain't going to happen. The gaming thing is done. It ain't going to happen. They said play to earn equals AI data collection for human responses. I was like, that's actually pretty.
Yeah.
That might be why it actually happens even more. While we're thinking about games and play to earn, the people behind them is like, these folks still ain't learned how much data is actually worth. Data is worth a lot of money. Good point, though. Who knows? Let's see. Last few comments as well. Somebody said, sound like the next GTA. I mean, what you said, Bitcoin is crazy. If your character, because honestly, that could be a way people evade taxes when it comes to play to earn games. I don't have any money. My character on my game's rich, and sometimes he pays me, or sometimes he donates money to me, but I personally don't have money. I mean,
I told you that's what NFTs are. I don't have $50 million. I have an NFT that's worth $50 billion, maybe.
I mean, that is crazy to think about. I mean, there's so much I can go on games. I can't wait to this thing. I can't wait again till they make the first real game that's just like, no, this shit is crazy fun. I cannot stop playing it. Like a Mortal Kombat play to earn, or it's something as addictive as a Candy Crush play to earn. You do a Candy Crush play to earn, people on that thing all day. So,
you know, it's funny you say that as well. I've already been seeing people saying that, oh my God, like my house in real life is nothing. I just rather put the headset on and go into the metaverse, because my house there, Jesus, is too good. So it's crazy.
Man, especially when you're talking about VR, augmented reality and stuff, when it's like, maybe you could even, like, let's say you live in an apartment, but with augmented reality and VR, you're actually in your virtual house. Like as you walk around your apartment, even to the extent of walls, you don't need to take off the goggles. Like, no, the way your house is built, it just looks different, but the dimensions are the same in every part. That would be like insane. So again, we're about to go far off on a tangent because there's so much stuff that can happen, but who knows? We'll see if it actually does happen. Loco could be correct. He said it could just be a far-fetched thing. They're just there for the data, or it could actually happen. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, where can they find you, Antonio?
Instagram, CoinSource News, and Cryptomaniacs. My personal, Antonio TCV.
There we go. And Antonio will be back on more often again. He's one of our in-house warriors as well. He's one of our moderators. He does our art. Low-key, Antonio been here one of the longest, because when we were doing the podcast back on I Go Live, that's why I actually met Antonio at. So
2017.
2017.
No, maybe even 16.
I think it was actually it was at the top. It was at the top of. I think it was like January, February of 2017. So it's definitely been some. And then Bitcoin say, what you got for us today?
Nothing much for me. Just remember the 5th of November. Hey, hopefully that Senate bill doesn't go through, or House of Representatives bill doesn't go through. Just check out and make sure you keep up with that.
Man, I hope not, because I told myself I give myself at least like another 7 to 10 years and a few more $1 million before I start cutting up publicly. But lawyers are expensive. We'll see what happens. All right, as always, go ahead.
I said boat accidents. Exactly. Everyone's gonna get boats.
Make sure you smash that like and share. Of course, we'll see you Monday with some more crypto news. And if you haven't already, check out that masterclass, folks. This is a good weekend to check out the masterclass and do a little deep dive into it. Other than that, we see you next week with some more.